Big announcements, specials online available, and tours to announce. Dave, what are some of these details?
We are touring around Australia and New Zealand for the first ever time to celebrate our 10th anniversary.
We're 10, baby.
We're 10, and we are hitting up these places between now and the start of 2026. We are hitting up Hobart, Melbourne, Canberra, Sydney, Adelaide, Perth, Auckland, Wellington, and Brisbane, all with live Do Go On shows on sale now at dogoonpod.com.
So pumped. Some of these cities we're getting to the first time ever, including Canberra and Hobart and Wellington and Auckland. Mm-hmm. And we haven't been to Perth and Adelaide in quite some time, so really pumped for that. I'm also doing a Who Knew It tour before that. Starting as of now, going to Brisbane, Sydney, Newcastle, Adelaide and Hobart, then over to the UK to Edinburgh, Cambridge, Birmingham, Manchester, Swansea and London. And also, Dave, you and I, we've got our specials out available now on Humdinger.
That's right. If you're not able to see us in the flesh, you can watch us online for free at any time at youtube.com/Humdinger Studios, I believe is the address. But just type in Humdinger Studios or my name or Matt Stewart's name, and our specials, our stand-up specials are there right now.
And the one I'm touring, I should say, is a new show compared to that. So you can watch it and then come see me. And that's a whole other hour.
Wow.
What the heck?
That's a lot of hours.
What's going on here?
Hey, it's Adam Grant from Work Life, a podcast from TED. This episode is brought to you by Freshworks. Freshworks believes that complexity is the enemy of efficiency. So stop wrestling with bloated, expensive service software that takes forever to implement an update, where ROI is someday, not today. You've been overcharged and underserved for way too long. Uncomplicate with Fresh Service for IT and Fresh Desk for customer support. And with Freshworks AI-assisted service software, you'll work smarter, not harder. Freshworks uncomplicates. Learn more at freshworks.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Get early access to Sleep Number's biggest sale of the year. 25% off the i8 bed, our most popular. Plus free home delivery. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Do Go On. My name is Dave Warnocky, and as always, I'm here with Jess Perkins.
David, hello.
Hello, Jess. And this week, we are saying hello to Marcel Blanche-de Wilt. Hello!
A thrill to be back. A thrill to return to Australia's favourite podcast.
You don't sound that thrilled.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sort of playing it. I'm actually chuffed to be here. I love to pod.
Yes.
I love to hang out with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, is this my birthday? Is this a Make-A-Wish situation?
When's your birthday?
Yeah, I just want to double check it's not your birthday, right?
My birthday is the 24th of November.
Okay, great.
Okay, great.
Haven't missed your birthday.
Early
Fantastic.
present.
Yeah.
This is from all of us.
Yeah, we're not getting you anything for your birthday
That's okay.
because this is the gift.
We're all grown-ups.
Exactly. I don't do birthday presents.
It would be weird if I'm
Yeah, I've noticed.
when you have your own income, it's weird to expect people to buy things for you.
Because the things that, if there's something that's, let's say, $50 to $100 that I want or need, at some point I've just bought it because I want and need it.
Yeah, exactly.
So then anything else that would be a fun gift is in the $300 range. Who's spending that?
Yeah,
That's
and then you
crazy.
feel awkward about that if your partner, for example, really splashed out on something like, hey,
I got you a car.
Yeah,
What the
we're
fuck?
actually struggling for groceries at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah, you should have run that by me.
Yeah.
Sorry, thank you. I love an Audi. Fantastic.
Thank you
But
so much.
Can we trade that in and buy several bags of groceries?
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
Our kid needs clothes.
Yeah. And by that I mean,
wear an Audi.
I mean my dog.
Your dog can wear an Audi.
He'd look great in an Audi. Anyway, we're delighted to have you here, Marcel. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
My pleasure.
And Dave, do you want to explain firstly how the show works?
Well, first I'll say Matt Stewart is fine.
He's fine.
He is fun. I actually spent a long time with Matt Stewart on a recent road show.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
We did a tour together. So, we're deeper friends than ever.
Yeah. And do you now have more empathy for Dave and I and the trials of touring with Matt Stewart.
Yeah, very much so. Although he's a very cute man in that there was a moment where I have a practice where if I'm in a place where I'm judgy of the coffee, I'll get a mocha because like a mocha will disguise a shit coffee. It's like, it's chocolatey and lovely. And Matt was like, oh, I see you buying a mocha there. What's the thing there? I'm like, oh, it explained it to him. I was like, oh yeah, I might try that out myself. And I watched a man and he's as old as the wind.
Yes.
I watched him have a mocha for the first time.
Wow.
And he sipped and he's like, oh, you're onto something here, Marcel.
That's nice.
And then second sip, he was like, it is actually a bit too sweet.
Because he's a man as old as the wind. And as you get old, you can't handle sweetness
And
as
his
much.
one taste bud was like, okay, where's the rest
He was
of
like
this?
in one of those movies where like someone takes a potion and they're like, oh, it's working. I'm cured. I'm going to be fine. And then the second sip, like they start mutating into something. You're like, oh no, we got the thing wrong.
We went too far. Yeah. Matt is a real cutie. He makes up for so many flaws with moments of cuteness. Like we were in, I can't remember where, Bristol maybe, and we went to a little cafe that was called Just Between Friends, and it was a tiny little cafe. So Dave and I were standing outside. Matt comes out and he'd bought me a tote bag because I like tote bags. And it had a cute print on it and it says Just Between Friends. I use it all the time.
That's nice.
That's sweet.
He's still got that gene that like puppy dogs and babies do of like they have to be cute enough so you don't murder them.
Right. That's right. And it works. Anyway.
Until today.
Also at that cafe, a man asked us to watch his bike. Do you remember that?
That's true.
And then we're like, well,
Like while he did a trick or something.
Hey, watch my bike.
watch this. No, it was more like, I'm going to get a coffee. Can you watch the bike? And we was like, oh, yeah, sure. And then it was like, actually, how long is this going to take?
Exactly, because it was a busy cafe.
It's a
and very
long
small.
line.
That's
And
one of those cons, man. That's one of those cons.
I know. We were nervous and we'd already ordered. So we're like, our coffees are coming
Yeah.
soon. Sooner than his. What's going to happen? It all worked out fine.
Yeah, we just gave him a couple of thumbs up.
But we did spiral for a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's how Dave and I work. And that's what Matt has to put up with on tour. Us going, oh my God, here's 18 hypotheticals.
What if this happens? What if the bike goes on fire? Is that our fault?
And Matt goes, oh, I don't think that will happen.
That's the thing. That's the con is that the bike gets lit on fire and then he comes out and goes, hey, I gave you one simple instruction.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay for this because I needed that bike to get to the orphanage where I work.
Yeah.
And then you guys both feel bad.
Yeah, I'd be reaching into my wallet straight.
And then doing the rude finger surprise.
Boom! I know you're con.
I don't give a shit about orphans.
Okay. I will do it now and explain the show. We take it in turns here to report on a topic which is often but not always suggested to us by one of the listeners. We go away, do a bit of research, and then bring it back to the group in the form of a report, which it is Marcel's turn. Thank you for volunteering to do this.
A thrill.
So exciting.
You've gone away, written a report. I believe Jess might have an inkling about what you're going to talk about because you discussed this, but I either have forgotten or do not know. So I'm really excited. So we usually get onto a topic with a question, so maybe, I guess it's just open
It's
to
just
me.
for you, I think, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Unless it's like a really vague question not related to the topic, which is, but you can just do a trivia question if you
Well,
like.
okay, well, sort of. Finish this famous tagline. In space, no one can hear you.
Come.
No, it's incorrect.
Cream.
People can hear you come in space?
Am I getting closer?
Cream is really close.
Wait, we can hear people in space coming?
Yeah. It's a weird International Space Station microphone. There's a webcam going 24/7.
Oh, that's...
The astronauts hate it.
That's honestly, that's disgusting.
I'm thinking scream.
You would be correct. In space, no one can hear you scream. This is the famous tagline to Alien. Today, we're talking about the Alien franchise.
I love Alien.
Tell me about it. Have you seen all the films?
Okay, I think I've seen most of them.
We're
Alien.
talking Alien.
Aliens.
Uh-huh.
Alien 3.
Mm-hmm.
The Alien Resurrection.
Oh, he knows his aliens.
Wow.
Then Prometheus. Is that right?
Well, yeah, you're in the Ridley Scott canon now. Yeah.
Does that not count? Well, he
No,
created
no,
the whole
he
damn
does-
thing,
he
didn't he?
does
He directed
count,
the
yeah.
first one, anyway. Then there's another one after that I haven't seen. And then there was a recent one. Alien.
Oh, you fell off.
I missed one, but then it popped up on Netflix or something. And I went, oh, what's the new one? And they're all essentially the same film, but they're fantastic.
Or are they?
Oh,
Wow.
really? I mean, there's different genre types.
If they were all the same film, I would be talking about the first movie, and then I would just keep repeating talking about the first movie.
But the new one, it's just the same thing, but Gen Z are now fighting the alien. What was that one called?
Gen Z. I mean, they're set in the future, but yeah, they are younger.
Yeah, it's just like young. No, what
like
are young
they're saying
people?
skibbity toilet or something. As the
What do they do? What do they do? They bloody fucking.
Put me out of my misery. What's that one called?
the latest one, Romulus.
They're doing TikTok dances with the aliens or something, aren't they? Right? Get
like-
off your phones!
It's alien, but it's woke now. You're like, oh, okay.
I couldn't possibly hurt this alien.
They're trying to do a selfie with the alien. Oh, I can't believe what's happening. Which happens a lot in the new Superman movie, which I enjoyed, but it's like, all right, we get it. There's phones in this world.
Yeah.
Superman's got burnout.
Yeah. Well, sort of, yeah. It's a good film. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Superman.
But I do love it. And the one I missed after Prometheus?
Alien
Covenant.
That's right. Oh, you said it as I was saying the hard cut.
And I've also seen the Alien Predator movies because I also love Predator.
Wow. I'm having a look in Jack the Hat to see if anybody has suggested, but it is obviously hard to search for. I've searched for Alien. That's brought up hundreds of results. But so far, I don't think anybody has suggested the movie franchise.
So you're here to say no one wants this.
That's what I'm getting at. Yes.
I want this.
Nobody wants this.
I really enjoy it because classically I'm not a horror guy in any way,
Yeah.
and I know that
Your
there's-
life is too scary.
exactly. I want an escape from the horrors of Dave Warnicki's life.
I made the mistake last night at dinner of telling Aiden what the topic was today, and then he talked for about 15 minutes, and I said, "Hey, I'm going to hear all this tomorrow.
He was giving you the spiel.
Would it be okay if I didn't hear this right now?" And he went, yeah.
I sort of want a bonus little report of just like what you remember from dinner. It would be.
I zoned out real quick. It was just sort
So
of
you
like
haven't seen any of these films?
none. No, I
What's
know.
kept you away?
Are they a bit scary?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, but for some
don't
reason
like
I'm
that.
drawn to these ones because they're sort of actiony scary, depending on the movie, of course.
Yeah.
I really don't like films like Saw or something where
Nah.
people are locked and cutting off limbs and awful stuff like that. I find that torture porn stuff a bit full on. I also find anything where there's just like people just really, really suffering.
Yeah.
I don't like. But Alien, there's
You're an
something
empath.
fun about Alien.
And it's also there's a bit of escapism. I'm like, oh yeah, we're on a spaceship.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe
yeah.
that's it. It's like this isn't my life at all, but I could be
Saw
locked in
is
a box
too
with my
real.
leg tied
Yeah,
to
exactly. Have you seen Saw?
to a swordfish.
Haven't
Absolutely
seen-
not. I don't like to feel tense. As explained before, I'm tense all the time at everything. So watching a movie, I like to just be able to go tra la 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 la.
Would it be so bad to escape for a bit? Have a bit of escapism?
Yeah. It would be that bad.
I'm not really a horror guy either. I'm very similar. I like the ones that are a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Or the ones that are films of like, oh, you got to go see Get Out because it's a film that everyone's talking about. And it's the same thing that draws me to these big franchises because I go, well, this is part of culture. And,
Yeah.
Right.
And Alien has been around since the 70s. And I'm just intrigued about how I want to be in on the conversation. I want to know
Yes.
what's what. And growing up, it was always about like, you haven't seen this movie? And that's such a dude culture thing. I'm like, oh, you haven't seen this movie?
Yeah.
You got to see this movie. And I was like, I guess I have to.
I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I am, by just going anything that's even vaguely scary, I'm not seeing it. I am cutting myself out of a lot of great films.
And the
I have
scariest thing of all, the nightly news. Have you ever seen that?
Far out.
Oh my god.
Talk about feeling tense.
Skyhooks has a song about it called Horror Movie. And at the end of the song they reveal, they're talking about the news.
Wow.
Pretty good stuff
Powerful
from
stuff.
Skyhooks.
Red Simons, you've done it again.
Powerful
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, one of your catchphrases coming out earlier than usual.
Yeah.
So, but you're a big Alien fan, like now?
I mean, hey, I've come on this podcast. We've talked Mission Impossible franchise. We've talked Indiana Jones. I did an episode where I just hung out and someone else did a report. And now I'm back.
Yeah.
You were like, all right, what's another franchise that I guess I've seen?
You're like, I hated just being there and having to listen to them. So I would like to write another one.
Like Marcel's time to shine.
But I mean, okay, if I'm putting all my cards on the table, I was a Terminator boy growing up. I loved Terminator 2.
My favorite film of all time. That's what my letterbox for.
It's my favorite. It was one of my top 4 as well. But it does have, the films get worse and worse, and similar to Alien as well. But Alien is just still in the cultural tapestry. There's a TV series that's about to come out. So I thought, what better time than now to talk about Alien.
Fantastic.
And when you've done Indiana Jones and Mission Impossible, I've at the end of those episodes, I've gone, I'm going to watch them.
And did you?
No, but but maybe at the end of this one, I'll go, I'm going to watch it.
They're very good films.
And both of those, since you came on, have come out with probably the last film that they'll ever make.
It's true.
Are you going to kill the Alien franchise as well?
Yes. God willing. That some things can just die eventually. The first one I watched was Alien Resurrection as a child. I would have been about like 8, and it was one of those times where my older brothers were watching it and my mum would be like, oh, you can watch it, but, you know, Stefan, Anton, you have to cover his eyes when there's scary bits. And as a kid, and I was watching an Alien movie, that's most of the movie.
Yes.
Especially if you're watching it with brothers, they haven't seen the movie, so they're just sort of, you're just guessing. You're like, oh, yeah, I guess you should probably cover your eyes now. Something bad might happen. But it doesn't take into account how much worse it is to just cover your eyes and imagine what might be happening.
And
true.
still
screen.
hear the sound. 'Cause a big part of the horror often is the soundtrack.
And a lot of horror movies, a lot of horror movies, they cut away from the visual. So if you're covering your eyes and just hearing it, you're doing more work than the movie is as well. I remember that. Did you remember that Tommy Lee Jones movie Volcano?
Yes.
There's a scene where a guy like melts like in a subway. Like he tries to save a kid and he dives over some lava and he realizes he's going to land in it and just he melts slowly. And in the movie which I watched years later, I'm like, oh, it's actually silly. It's not.
It's and because he's carrying a kid and then he like piffs the kid.
Yeah.
As he sort of melts into the thing.
But to just imagine that is way worse than the film itself. But like that was scarring me for years because of this idea. So what I'm saying to any parents listening, don't cover your kids' eyes. If anything, Clockwork Orange it up and just hold their eyes open.
Stop looking away.
You need to see this.
I didn't raise a quitter.
All right, so where am I? So
at the beginning.
Today, we're going to talk about a franchise that, much like its title character, refuses to stay dead.
Spoilers.
Yes, indeed. And there are going to be some spoilers. I'm not going to do full Brazier recaps, but I'm going to sort of give options as we go along to sort of see, all right, do you guys want to hear more of the story or should we go behind the scenes? Because we're going to do a combination of here's what happens in the movie, here's what happened behind the scenes. And a lot of this is about how great and magical creative collaboration is and one idea leading to another and how an iconic thing can occur because right time, right place, one person meets another person. I love all that stuff. Like so much of my work is creative collaboration and how someone can go, hey, you should come and do this thing and how it leads to beautiful moments like this podcast celebrating 10 years.
Wow. Can you believe it?
An iconic podcast.
Yeah. One of the first.
One of the first pods, you and Serial.
I don't know, one of. Come on.
Number one. Number one.
Well, and you know, Mark Maron's holding up, you know, hanging up his hat soon.
What a quitter.
And you'll be the ones.
Yeah, how long did he run for?
I don't know, 15 years or something.
All right, so we just have to beat Maron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I reckon we could
Let's
do
quit
that.
at 16.
Yep.
That's why you got into it in the first place, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To beat Maron.
Yeah.
But we're gonna look at the highs and the lows, as indicated. There are good ones, there are bad ones. We're gonna focus most of our time on the first two,
Okay.
which are the most iconic ones, and then there'll be a bit of, and then the rest.
Yeah. And then this one has this has this.
And also the listener will be able to check the runtime on the episode. They'll go, is he going to spend an equal amount of time on each of these? No, I'm not going to spend an equal amount of time.
That's like whenever I get a book cheat and I go, so that's the end of chapter 1, and the guests look at each other like, what? We've been speaking for 40 minutes. I'm like, oh no, but like the first chapter often sets up the whole rest. Don't worry.
Yeah. Exactly.
But like, so they're extrapolating, going, that's 10% of this book?
Yeah. What did I agree to? It was just reminded me. I'm rewatching Last Man on Earth, Will Forte's show, and it's so funny. And there was a scene I watched the other night. He's like retelling the rest of the group something, and he says he was counting down, and he goes like 10, 9, 8, 7, Yada, yada, yada. 5. 4. And it's so fun. Like, he skipped one number. Anyway, it really got me.
Yeah, well, you'll feel like that.
Yeah.
That's my promise. That's my promise to you.
Movies like the ones you don't like as much will feel like a yada yada.
Yeah, you've mentioned Resurrection. You don't have to talk about it again.
yeah.
Our story begins with writer Dan O'Bannon. Picture a beard, bow tie, and suspenders.
Okay.
Well, that image really came together in my mind, yeah.
Thank you so much. The year is 1970. O'Bannon has just finished working with John Carpenter, ever heard of him, on their student movie Dark Star. It was a 2001 A Space Odyssey spoof. The film featured an alien created by spray painting a beach ball and adding rubber claws. And so this was a gag of a movie, but it inspired O'Bannon to make a horror movie where the alien would look more convincing than a beach ball.
A beach ball. Okay.
Which is not a huge thing.
Yeah, good luck.
He wrote an early concept titled Memory, which evolved into a first draft entitled Star Beast. That's pretty good.
I reckon, Memory is better than Star Beast.
Star Beast.
Yeah, because
No.
Star Wars doesn't exist yet.
It doesn't, no.
So,
Star Wars is available.
yeah, should have gone with Star Wars.
Should have gone
Why are
with
you
Star
obsessed with
Wars.
stars? Planets are so much more interesting than stars.
How dare you? Imagine.
Planet Wars?
yeah.
Imagine.
Planet Beast.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
that's better. Imagine if Star Wars was Star Beast.
Star Beast.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
we'd-
big Star Beast fan.
Oh,
But this
which
is the
one?
thing too,
Episode
is that,
one?
would, and I want you to track this every step of the way, would it have become a thing if, you know, I don't think, same thing, because we talk about Star Wars, Luke Skywalker was originally named Star Killer, and it's like, is that an iconic name, or would it be just as iconic if he was
It's a great
Luke
question, because
Star Killer?
like with Alien and like the tagline, you're still saying like one of the most famous of all time without those Alien. So simple. So
Yeah.
you go, ooh.
Ooh,
But do I do that
shiver.
because I've seen the movie and I've grown up?
Yeah.
It's been existed my whole life. Who knows?
If it was called Star Beast and Marcel was like, one of the early drafts was just called Alien, we'd be like, that sucks.
You're dumb.
Exactly.
Get
So
out.
it's just whatever we've gotten used to.
I suppose so. So he had the first 30 pages worked out. So let's hear what happens in those first 30
He's going
pages.
to read 30 pages of script.
And I've handed you the scripts too, so you can do the characters.
Oh, I want to be Star Beast.
Kill me.
Right, he has the first line of the movie. It opens with Starbeast going, I am Starbeast. Everyone should be scared of me. The commercial space tug Nostromo is returning to Earth with a 7-member crew in stasis.
A space tug.
A space tug,
I have no other questions.
I thought in space no one can hear you come.
No one can hear you tug.
With the 7-member crew in stasis, Captain Dallas, Executive Officer Kane, Warrant Officer Ripley, Navigator Lambert, Science Officer Ash, and Engineers Parker and Brett, along with the cat, Jones. The ship's computer, Mother, detects a transmission from a nearby planetoid, Mother, and awakens the crew. Following company policy to investigate transmissions indicating intelligent life, they land on the surface, but the ship is damaged. Dallas, Kane, and Lambert discover the transmission comes from a derelict alien vessel. Inside is a large fossilized alien corpse with a hole in its torso. Later, Mother partially deciphers the transmission, which Ripley determines is a warning beacon and not an SOS as originally thought.
They're like, crap.
Oh, yikes. Uh-oh. They're doing the little pull of the
collar.
The collar.
Yeah.
Yikes. Would you even tell your crew members in that moment? Hey, yeah, that SOS? Yeah, it was an SOS. You know, I wouldn't tell anybody. I'd be embarrassed.
Oh,
I'd be embarrassed at how it was a warning.
Ooh. And now we're stranded here and it's probably dangerous.
Ooh. We cut back to O'Bannon at his typewriter. I assume it was a typewriter. It's old days.
Yeah.
He had no vision for what the alien would look like. He paused writing Star Beast when he was recruited to help with the effects on Alejandro Jodorowsky's Dune, an infamous version that would never be completed.
Which we've talked about on the Dune episode.
There you go. It's subject to its own documentary. I love the shared universe of Do Go On. Everything's connected.
Yeah.
On June, he met Hans Rudi Geiger, or we'll call him H.R. Geiger for short. He was a Swiss artist with an eerie sort of vampiric vibe. Geiger offered Dan opium from an aluminium package. Geiger told O'Bannon that he took opium because he was afraid of his visions.
Wow.
And Dan responded, "It's only your mind." And Geiger said, "That's what I'm afraid of."
Oh, wow.
So you get a vibe of what this guy's
that guy's
all about.
spooky as hell.
I've never smoked opium from an aluminum or aluminium pipe, but does it not give you more visions?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
it's a cyclical thing.
Yeah.
I just keep seeing these visions.
Yeah.
More
I'm scared
opium,
of my
please.
visions. But the opium ones are nice.
Oh, maybe they are. Maybe they're beautiful visions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
This podcast is
Okay.
brought to you by... One of his other beautiful quotes in this behind the scenes documentary is, "The light hurts me. I like to be in the shadow."
The light hurt. Yeah, he's a vampire.
He's a vampire.
Wow. And is this a pretty accurate impression you're giving? Or are you
I think I'm nailing it. Yeah. Swiss man.
I mean, you've seen Marcel's work. He's an incredible performer.
Thank you so much. I've been working on these in front of the mirror for a long time.
I'm not
I
questioning
wouldn't doubt him at all.
the incredible
It's no Matt
performance.
Stewart doing a German accent, okay?
Oh, yeah. But I'm not questioning the performance, but
Yes.
maybe are you just interpreting that from the page, or have you heard this man speak is what I'm asking?
I have heard him speak.
okay,
He
great.
has been recorded.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. That's interesting because I didn't think you could take photos of vampires. But maybe you can record their voices.
Yes.
Yeah, their voices do show on tape, but they sound weird, and they're always embarrassed about what it sounds like. Is that me? They're like, "That's not me." They're like, "Oh, actually, vampires' voices sound different on recording." So
I hate listening to my own voice as if you're the only person in the world who doesn't like the sound of their own voice.
hate listening to my own voice. I sound crazy on this recording. One.
That's very good.
It's very good.
Geiger showed O'Bannon his book of paintings and sketches. Dan was disturbed by what he saw.
I imagine him just opening a trench coat, being like, "Huh? Look at that."
That's sort of
I feel that.
when Dave opens his camera roll on his phone. I'm like, oh my God, okay, Jesus.
We get it. You have a beautiful baby.
Ah.
Yeah, that's right. It goes. There's thousands of them.
O'Bannon said, "His paintings had a profound effect on me. I'd never seen anything that was quite as horrible and at the same time as beautiful as his work. And so I ended up writing a script about a Geiger monster." So from early on, he was inspired by, H.R. Geiger does some really, he does this biomechanical style of art where, like, you see these sort of organic creatures mixed with more of a mechanical sort of thing, and it's all gross and weird and spooky and a little sexual as well.
They've all got stiffies.
Yeah, which is probably the thing that scares you the most
Absolutely.
about Alien. It's like, oh, sex stuff? No, thank you.
Not for me.
June fell apart and Dan found himself broke, homeless, and needing to sell a script. He returned to the draft and renamed it Alien, determining that Star Beast sounded too much like a B movie. He was inspired by the fact that it was both a noun and a verb. Now, it's so funny because my life has been Alien for these last couple of weeks, sort of developing this, and it's so funny to have some stories go, he loved Alien as a name because it was a noun and a verb, then another one was like, he loved Alien because it was a noun and an adjective, and I'm like, well, who's got the real story?
Yeah.
I gotta ask ChatGPT what's
is
a real
it?
one. But it's noun and a verb. It's noun and a verb.
How
Every good movie is a noun and a verb.
how does one alien?
To alienate.
Alienate,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, alienate. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
It's
so
sort
I
of
just
your
alien.
whole. It's sort of your whole vibe. It's like making people feel othered and strange around you.
Fuck you.
And you look like an alien.
Thank you.
And you look like one too.
Big head, little body.
Such a tiny body. Where's the rest of it?
Ronald Shusett was on board to help with the story, offering up the idea of the iconic face huggers. He said, "We needed a way to get the alien on the ship. What if the alien screws somebody?" It's a good little
What
suggestion.
if it's small and it sneaks on? I think there's so many other ways. Well, obviously the only way it could get on is if it fucks someone. So
And then someone puts their hand and says, "What if it fucks their face?"
he's done it. It's like, we could keep brainstorming.
Yeah.
If you want.
but these ships are like the size of, small cities. But an alien could sneak on there.
Yeah, very
No.
easily. They can just somebody's left a door open and it just wanders on.
Yeah.
Maybe
it can turn invisible.
Maybe it goes invisible. Maybe it can do an Alex Mack and go a bit liquidy and go through door
that's
cracks
fun.
and stuff.
That's fun. We love Alex Mack.
And when it's solid, it's wearing a backwards cap.
Or it just does the fun little cartoonish sneaking.
Yeah. Why does it have to fuck someone's face?
Or it could be like microscopic.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it grows.
That's terrifying.
Yeah,
turns to vapor like that vampire we mentioned before.
Yes. There's other options as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
but the best option is, of course, a sexual alien.
Yes, I'm sounding like a real prude.
Yeah. A bit prude over here.
So he said it screws them and then it bursts out of their stomach. The idea was exciting enough to inspire them to stay up all night writing the outline. We're going to go back to the story.
Why does it burst out of their stomach?
We're going to find out.
Okay.
Kane enters a chamber containing hundreds of large eggs. When he touches one, a squid-like creature springs out, penetrates his helmet, and attaches to his face. This is the face hugger. It's this tentacled creature that has this sort of mouth that looks sort of vulva-esque with a protruding proboscis. It wraps around your neck and inseminates your mouth. It's pretty intense stuff. Yeah. And
I'm just gonna say right now, I won't be watching these films. I'm enjoying this. I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
Love hanging out with you. I won't be watching.
Was it the word vulva or protruding proboscis?
That's a 2 for 1.
It was a proboscis. I'm not afraid of a vulva. Okay, just saying. Fucking.
And you shouldn't be.
Grow up.
Hey, I've watched them all. I love them.
You should get.
Can't get enough.
Everyone, as you listen to the podcast, you should be familiar with your genitals. You know, don't be afraid of your genitals.
There's nothing wrong with
get
them.
a hand mirror out. Have a look.
Have a look. Nothing taboo about it.
Feel for bumps as well. Do a little health check.
No, I think it's more just like something being stuck on my face.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
And it's sort of like it shoves its thing sort of down their throat, down the esophagus sort of thing, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yes,
sort of like
it's pretty intense.
Sort of an intubation type thing.
How does that feel as somebody with quite a delicate esophagus?
I mean, it's absolutely horrifying.
Yes.
You've got a delicate esophagus. Is that canon on the pod?
Yeah, I think I've talked about it before. Yeah. Esophagus with a
Delicate esophagus, isn't that a Lin-Manuel Miranda song? Delicate esophagus. It's a brain injury I have that I have to say that every time it fits the rhyme scheme. It fits the rhythm.
You sort of count the syllables of every phrase.
Yeah.
Alexander Hamilton, delicate esophagus. Yes, I've got one. Yes.
And over time, it's just there. It's ready to go as soon as I hear it.
I guess I talk about the delicate esophagus in my debut stand-up special that you can watch right now on YouTube.
We're in a plug right now. That's cool.
Work it in, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, let's do a little bonus episode of the Comedy Writers Group right here. So, how was it working on the special? Are you happy with how it turned out?
Very happy. So I shot it with the good people at Humdinger. So the new name of Stupid Old Studios. And we had they made it so easy. It was a really, really fun night. But
You got sick and had to delay the
Yeah, we were meant to do it in December before Christmas, so we had to wait till post-Christmas. And it's been a 6-month sort of process since then. And
well, thanks for coming on the pod. I really appreciate it.
Thank
you so much for listening to this episode of the Comedy Writers Group bonus podcast. If you want to subscribe, at Comedy Writers Group and sign up to the Patreon, may as well.
And if I could get my plug into
sorry.
youtube.com, look up the Humdinger channel, Dave Warnicky, even hotter in real life, and maybe about 25 minutes in, I'm talking about my esophagus.
I want to lean into my plug a little bit more because I undersold it, and I'm trying to work on like plugging myself better.
Okay.
And also, I know this episode is going to be long, so some people might not stick around for plugs.
Sure.
That was good.
It's good to just kind of...
Well, the Comedy Writers Group is both a podcast, but it's also a community of comedians. So if you're interested in like writing comedy, sketch, stand-up, whatever, come along because we have online sessions every week as well as weekly podcasts and a bonus episode. It's good stuff.
It's great stuff.
It's good stuff.
You do writers' retreats?
I do writers' retreats. I'm about to go on one. It's very exciting. It's very wholesome.
Yeah.
Dare I say?
Yeah.
Getting grown-ups together to just create stuff and make things and love making stuff.
That sounds so nice.
It's so deeply against the sort of tall poppiness that is Australia of like you can't want to try things. Like, saw an article on ABC recently that was about the new generation of people who are so afraid of cringe that they don't want to try stuff.
They don't try,
which is terrifying.
I know,
but I totally get it.
I totally get it, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a big part of why I do and don't do things in my life is what if I'm bad at it?
Oh, 100%. And what if other people think that's embarrassing? Well, that's on them.
What would Jess say?
Oh yeah, and I judge.
Yeah, she doesn't hold back.
No.
So let's go back to the facehugger. So Dallas and Lambert carry the unconscious Kane back to the Nostromo. Ripley refuses to allow them on board, citing quarantine regulations. But Ash overrides her. I want to pause the movie here to talk about Ash. He's an android played by Ian Holm, who you know as Bilbo Baggins himself.
Thank you, yes.
Ash's presence was a result of several rewrites in the script by the producers, David Giler and Walter Hill, who bought the script. And O'Bannon, he was not pleased with the new drafts. He was quoted as saying, "They wanted to rewrite it, and I thought they were rewriting it very badly."
Oh, no.
In the documentary I watched, it's called The Beast Within, and he strikes me as a very precious man. Like, he's still, like, years later talking about the movie, getting quite worked up about, like, them rewriting it and changing dialogue and changing characters. But he did sort of decide, oh, you know what, that adding in Ash the android was a great addition.
Oh, nice.
Because across the sequels, the androids have become a key part of the universe, representing shady corporate desires and putting profit above human lives, i.e. capitalism, i.e. the real monster.
Whoa. Hang on a second. Movies aren't supposed to make you think.
No.
This is like every zombie movie is like, the real monster is the survivors. You know, you've always got to do that. Every horror movie is like, you thought it was the person in the mask. The real horror movie is drunk driving or some shit.
Yeah. Maybe you deserve to be murdered brutally.
Never thought about that.
Never thought about that. And you're, fuck, do I?
So despite the fact that the final shooting script was written by Hill and Giler, the Writers Guild of America awarded O'Bannon sole credit for the screenplay. They sold it to 20th Century Fox. Star Wars made science fiction a hit at the box office, and Fox wanted their taste of the action. And at the time, the only spaceship movie they had on their desk was Alien. Which I love that. This is a quote from Dan O'Bannon, just like the idea of them being like, oh, we want a spaceship movie, and having to like search madly around a desk.
What do we got? What do we got? Period drama. No.
And they just see the word spaceship and go, this one. Don't even read it.
It's called Alien. That's going to be in space. All right, let's go.
Green light.
Damn it, it's a period piece. So let's introduce the director. Enter Ridley Scott, or should I say Sir Ridley Scott.
Oh, I've heard of Ridley Scott.
And not to be confused with the title, the main character named Ripley. It's, there's Ridley, the director, and there's Ripley, the character.
Then I have not heard of Ridley Scott. I apologize. I have not heard.
I got to go out on a limb and say this is the only Ridley I'm aware of. Is that short for anything?
Great point.
Yeah, you don't meet many Ridleys these days.
Yeah, even though
I like it.
Ridley. Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, I think we should come back.
Yeah, I don't think you could use it. Ridley Warnke's, no good.
What about Ripley Warnke? Because I quite like Ripley.
Yeah,
as
they're
well.
good too.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's good. It's a nerdy sort of name, like naming a kid like a Game of Thrones character, like a lot of Daenerys's or something going around.
What's Fizzgig from again?
Fizzgig was named by my wife. It's my dog's name, and it's from the Dark Crystal. Yeah, and I'm not saying that, but if you name a child that, like you're saying, I'm naming you after a fandom rather than
That's true.
People should only be named after their nans and granddads.
I fully agree, and that's why Dorothy Perkins, am here. I could be Dorothy or Lorna.
Yeah, that's good.
Lorna was short for Loretto. Neither are good.
Loretto. Ah, interesting.
Unfortunately, my grandfather was named after a Game of Thrones character, Tyrion. So it's the burden I must carry.
So Ridley Scott was born in 1937. The man is 87 years old.
Well, and he's still gladiating along.
Yeah,
He's what?
He's
Gladiatoring. Is that a verb and a noun?
He's gladiatoring.
He was born in South Shields in England, and he directed his first movie when he was 40 years old. So there's still hope for us yet, you guys.
God, that's inspiring.
I know. I love hearing shit like that.
Love that when they're like, Meryl Streep wasn't in a feature film until she was 33 or something. You're like, that's fantastic.
I think, isn't Morgan Freeman another one of those examples too? Like, he didn't start acting till he was like, probably
Samuel L. Jackson as well. There's a bunch of them who are like, they came to it pretty late. But like all of those stories, like they were still grinding it out.
Yeah.
Like there was very few of them were just like working in an office being like, I could still win an Oscar one day. And someone was like, do you want to direct a movie?
Yeah. People were like, he was working as a carpenter. It's like, to pay his bills while he heavily pursued acting.
Or they're like, I didn't direct a movie till his 40s, but he spent the previous 20 years directing video clips, commercials,
TV,
short films, TV.
He was ready when the opportunity came along.
Assistant directing on a lot of films.
Yeah. Harrison Ford's a good one because he was a carpenter. But I think he was a carpenter on movie sets and stuff.
Right,
so you've got to be adjacent to the thing. you've also got to say it out loud to people. That's another sort of key thing is like when people come to me and they want advice or guidance or on their goals, I'm like, have you said this to anyone? You're like, no, I just want them to figure it out that I want that opportunity. You got to tell people.
You got to say.
It really helps.
Yeah.
It really helps.
I'd love to be on that podcast. You could ask to be on that podcast. Oh, I don't know.
No. I don't think that's how it works. I think they have to just sort of vibe it that I would be interested. What I do is that in the first year of the podcast, you want to sort of say something like, you guys really on the right track with that podcast?
Yeah.
Like, have you thought about, less interludes and interrupting?
Yeah.
Just neg them a little bit and then slowly come around to going, hey guys, actually, the podcast is really good. You're doing a good job, but that can I maybe be on? And
it's a bold move, but it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the advice.
It's a long game. It's a long game as well.
There's a podcast you like, neg them.
Tell them what they're doing
Give them
wrong.
unsolicited feedback. They'll ask you on real quick.
Make them almost quit.
Make them reconsider everything. So in this behind-the-scenes documentary, Ridley is rocking a beard, as all dude directors must.
Yes.
And he's got a cigar in one hand. Full cliche, full stereotype. Ridley was an obsessive guy, drawing every frame, choosing every lens and lighting state, always behind the camera. He made some creative choices with a limited budget. He wanted to make sure the alien spaceship had a strong sense of scale, so he dressed up his own children as astronauts and shot it from a wide angle, which is delightful. And then he wanted to be the first time.
No, there's no gravity. Bounce.
God damn it.
He wanted it to be the first time, like, they were showing, like, real space, in quotation marks, on screen, greasy, grimy, and with real people in it. This is the truckers in space sort of idea rather than the space opera that you see in Star Wars and the like. It was O'Bannon that fought for H.R. Giger to design the Xenomorph, which is the name of the alien when it's fully grown, and collaborate on ships and sets. Fox rejected the idea, believing his work to be too grotesque and strange, i.e. yucky. Mm-hmm. We don't want to see that.
Oh, yuck.
We're already thinking of Jess Perkins in the future that might not want to look at that.
Oh, I don't like that.
When Ridley was shown Giger's art book, the Necronomicon, he immediately agreed that this should be the look of the film. So even though O'Bannon felt kept out of the creative process, the rewrites and all, he was directly responsible for advocating for arguably the most iconic part of the movie.
Right, so he'd be happy with how it visually the alien looked at least.
Yeah, because that was what was in his head the entire time. And I don't think you can describe it so beautifully in a screenplay. Just look at this book. Like this.
Yeah, just look at this. Look how wet they are. They're so wet. Oh.
But you got to advocate for those iconic things. It's like adding Jess Perkins to this very podcast. Mm-hmm. Matt was against it.
Yeah.
Dave was for it.
I said, look at these drawings. Look how wet she is. She's dripping.
Yeah. I'd just gotten out of the shower.
Yeah.
He was quite disappointed when I dried off.
Oh.
That's your vibe? Okay.
We've already got dry.
Yeah. Yeah, we need wet.
Every team, you got to think about how to put the team together.
Yeah. We got Matt for the dry, Jess for the wet, and Dave's just right. He's moist.
Damp.
He's a damp
little
boy.
damp.
He's a damp boy. Veronica Cartwright, who plays Lambert in the movie, described H.R. Giger as erotic. She says, it's big vaginas and penises. The whole thing is like you're going inside sort of womb or whatever. It's sort of visceral. And the whole vibe of every alien movie is sweaty and damp. The secret to that look, Cartwright explains, KY jelly was quite the fashion at the time. It was put on everything that moved in front of the camera.
Right.
So
there
like
you go.
that, because all of the alien movies are wet, as you say, and they are making a real effort to go, yep, wet it up.
Wet it up. Get some lube in there.
Aren't
get
they
some
just then
goo
really
in there.
slippery?
Yeah. Yeah, there'd be a lot of health and safety on that set.
Yeah.
Aren't they really slippery?
He's amazing.
It's really good.
How does he do it?
You do the next one. Strange rumors circulated the set about H.R. Giger. Like he had the skeleton of his fiancée who had committed suicide in his house. Pretty creepy stuff. But it turned out that I think people were just talking shit behind his back because he was this sort of vampiric weirdo.
Right, it's the story.
So people just started going, I think he's got a skeleton of his dead fiancée. But HR debunked this rumor in 2009.
I don't think you can just have a person's skeleton in your house.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that.
But then where does the phrase "skeletons in your closet" come from?
Shit.
It must have come from a long, process of people keeping skeletons in their house.
If I give you permission,
No, Dave.
can you just? I mean, I'm not saying you have to, but you probably could, couldn't you? Like, you can have anatomy on display.
Well, I prefer if you zipped up your pants, but you keep saying that.
Are you wanting your skeleton on display in a corner somewhere, or do you want us to stuff you?
Oh, I'd like that actually. Yeah, stuffed.
Yeah, you could sit you on a chair.
What about the people that donate their skull to a Shakespeare company
Yeah.
to be Yorick or whatever his name is?
It is Yorick. Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
you
And
don't
I
wanna
don't
do
want to
that?
hold a real
We
skull.
don't want a chick's skull playing Yorick. Okay.
People can tell.
Oh, that's a chick! Yuck!
no women in Shakespeare.
That's a chick!
That applies to the skulls as well.
Disgusting. I'm supposed to fucking connect with this when that skull's clearly a chick.
I'll ask Paul Yorick. I knew her well. I don't fucking think so. You don't rewrite the bard.
Sick of these.
Speaking of
Yes.
of casting, blind to gender, is Ripley and a lot of the cast didn't have genders in the text. So Sigourney Weaver was cast as Ripley, which was her first major role.
I was getting confused before. I was like, this is the Sigourney Weaver one, right?
Mm-hmm. Which is
gotcha.
yet another iconic thing. Like, there are so many, like, I'm going to use that word a lot because these are the things that sort of line up. I don't think you have Aliens without it being called Alien. I don't think you have this movie without Sigourney or Ridley. Like, all of these things have to line up to get a movie that is still talked about millions of years later.
How do we feel about Sigourney?
Fantastic.
She's the only Sigourney I know.
It's not
That's
her
not
real
true.
name. Her real name
the
is...
name thing you meant the actress, but yes.
Oh, the name.
Then that's not her real name because just this week I got my toddler a doll
Of Alien, of Sigourney Weaver.
It's like a mini, like a baby born size thing.
Yeah.
But it talks. I didn't realize what it sounded like until we got it home, and it sounds like an alien. It goes.
Oh, Star Beast.
So I've promptly thrown away the little talkie thing because it was so terrifying. But I said,
Do you think there was why didn't you get a refund? Clearly it was like a damaged or something.
Was it supposed to sound like...
Yeah.
I think it was just really cheapo.
It wasn't supposed to sound like a face hugger, was it?
Yeah,
Its
and I
face or
said, this
something?
sounds like Alien. Should we call this doll Ripley? And then we decided, no, we're going to call her Siggy after Sigourney Weaver.
that's
so
nice.
now we've got
Hopeful.
Siggy.
That's nice.
So her full name is Susan Alexandra Sigourney, in quotes, Weaver. She took the name Sigourney from a minor character in The Great Gatsby at age 14. Did you know you can just go, hey, I've read a book and I'm just going to, everyone call me this now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We know a thing or two about people trying to force nicknames, okay?
Yeah. I did try to.
I tried in high school as well.
Yeah.
After To Kill a Mockingbird, I tried to be called Scout.
Oh, that's fun.
It did not work, but I tried.
I tried Bo Radley.
I would have called you Ham after when she dresses up as Ham in the book. I would think that would have been, oh, you want to be Scout, do you? How about Ham? No. I don't remember Sigourney in The Great Gatsby.
Oh,
I think she was a
very minor character.
blink and you miss her. You know, you blink when you read your book and you miss a word.
All the time.
I never go back.
Yeah, I'm like, my brain will fill it in with context.
So, known for her height, she was reportedly 180 centimeters, 5'11" by the age of 11, which had a negative impact on her self-esteem, which she recalled feeling like a giant spider and never having the confidence to ever think she could act. So, there's hope for all of us.
Actors are tiny.
To be a tall woman is particularly challenging with all these short kings going around sets.
I was at a premiere of a musical last night, and so it's filled with industry people, and I saw an actor who was like a villain on Neighbours for a long time, much shorter than me, teeny tiny. Everyone on TV is tiny.
Yeah, they got to fit in that box.
It's crazy.
You've seen Willy Wonka, Mike TV.
True, you got to shrink him down.
Yeah. You got to shrink him down.
Okay.
Some of them haven't had the reverse thing. If they've still got a career, you don't get the reverse.
That makes more sense.
until
Thank
you've
you for
retired.
explaining that.
Then you get zapped.
Because I'm an average height woman and I'm too tall for TV.
And they have squeaky voices like Mike TV as well. You notice that? Yeah.
But once you play that back, it's like, hello and
Yeah,
welcome
they
to the
do
program.
a compression.
It's amazing.
Like AJ listening to this, he'll go, oh, I'm going to press the compression button and make Marcel's voice extra deep. Let's get back to the story from Alien where we left off to talk about an iconic moment. There's that word again in film history. After the crew returns to space.
Moment in film history.
Yes! Yeah! It's fun. Kane awakens and seems well. During a final crew meal before returning to stasis, he suddenly chokes and convulses. He's placed upon the table. He writhes and moans in agony. A small alien creature suddenly bursts from his chest, killing him, and escapes into the ship. So the behind the scenes of this moment has become an urban legend. One of the bits of trivia it happens automatically now, that gets blown out of proportion. People would talk about these iconic moments in film and go, did you know like the actors didn't even know like the chest burster scene was going to happen and like that's their real reaction? And you go, well, how true could that possibly be?
You have to rig it up, surely. Yeah,
they're not going to be like, they're not like, oh, your characters are all just going to have a nice meal in this scene. Like, oh, what's happening now? Like, and then are you going to get a good performance out of them?
Yeah.
If I get them going around going, Ridley, is this supposed to happen?
Yeah, exactly. I think you see that a lot.
John
with,
Hurt, are you okay?
You see that. I see that on social media a lot of like, this is their real reaction to this, and I'm like, I don't think it is. I think they're an actor.
Most of the time, I've looked into like those because people love going, oh, I hear you guys improvised on set. Oh, you guys love to improvise. And so much of it, you hear the actor then talk about it and they go, oh, yeah, I might have like asked, what if I did this in the next scene? And they're like, oh, yeah, like it's not magical. Oh, wow, you thought of a thing in a moment and this is incredible. And so much of the time it's a director calling out lines to an actor, go, say this now, try that, try this.
Yeah.
But people are obsessed with, oh, did you improvise?
Yeah.
It's like, and the screenwriters, they're going, well, fuck me, right? Like, I did write some stuff, but yeah, let's talk more about what the actor made up on the day.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Love improv, and I love to screenwrite. I'm fighting for both teams right now.
But you're saying have you looked into this, whether this is...
I have. And there is some truth to it. Ridley Scott wanted the reaction to be as authentic and as visceral as possible. The script apparently just said that the actors just said, this thing emerges, which is very vague.
I'd be like, oh, it's going to come out his butt.
Oh, no, he's going to shut out this alien.
It's going to come out his butt. It's going to come out his dick. Oh, no, I don't want to see that. I'd almost be relieved it came out of the stomach. So then when it does, like my character would be like, oh, thank God.
And also old Hollywood, you don't just want someone going, oh, it says in the script this thing emerges. So it's like, yeah, but zip it up, you know. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That's no excuse.
We're at work.
Real animal innards, livers and intestines were used for gore to make it look organic and disgusting. They reportedly came from a butcher that day and smelled horrible under the hot lights. We want that. That's what we want. Most of the cast had never seen the chestburster puppet before. They had no idea how much blood was about to spray. A compressed air cannon fired the creature upward. A high-pressure blood pump blasted fake blood and guts directly at the cast. And the cast was truly disturbed by the moment. Yaphet Kotto, who played Parker, was reportedly so shaken he went back to his room and locked the door afterwards. Just go, that's enough.
Just went to jerk it.
I've never been this horny.
It really unlocked a kink for him.
Yeah, it's annoying because it's really hard to explode someone's chest.
Yeah, ethically.
I didn't know that's what I was into, but I need to.
Wow.
I need to act on this immediately.
Yeah.
Imagination will not be sufficient to think back to this.
And then an executive producer on the set's like, I feel the same thing. I'm going to greenlight 7 sequels.
Let's all take 5, everybody. Much of it has been made of the film's themes. In their thesis, Alien Woman, the making of Lieutenant Ellen Ripley, Jamina Gallardo and Jason Smith compare the facehugger's attack on Kane to a male rape and the chestburster scene to a form of violent birth, noting that the alien's phallic head and method of killing the crew members add to the sexual imagery. Dan O'Bannon, the writer, argued that the scene is a metaphor for the male fear of penetration and the oral invasion of Kane by the facehugger function as payback for the many horror films in which sexually vulnerable women are attacked by male monsters.
Oh.
So about time, about time a male was getting
We're all
assaulted
standing
by
in the
an
cinema
alien.
yelling, yes, yes.
Yes, alien queen.
It is But
but there's still disparity, you know what I mean? We still need more aliens attacking men to really make up for that gap.
Yeah, it's not enough, but it's a step.
The first time I watched Alien was on a plane, and during the explosion chest scene, I remember looking to the person next to me like, "Did you see?" No, they won't. Thank God, because that is full on to look over someone's shoulder and see that.
I think you have to really think about what movies you're watching on a plane, because I know how often I'm looking at the screens of the people around me.
Yeah,
like
three down,
100%.
Yeah, watching that, but trying to work out what it is. Sometimes, you see something it's in a different language. You're like, how do I find that? Looks good, but how do I find that?
Yeah, what's that?
They have names as well for those movies. Yeah.
But I've mississed the title sequence. It looks like some sort of Korean drama, perhaps. And I'm like, this
Parasite.
I'm reading good, but it's a TV show that I've never heard of before. But like, obviously, would it be weird if I approached and said, "Hey, I'm sitting 3 rows back.
Hey,
is this good? What's it called?
Can you tell the brightness? I can't see it very well.
I've gone through all them. I've listed all the movies and TV shows A to Z, and I can't identify.
I asked a flight attendant what you're watching. She said she's busy.
This sounds confidential.
I'll watch what she's watching. After ejecting Kane's body into space, the crew uses tracking devices to try and locate and kill the creature. Encountering Jones, Brett follows him to the cat. Brett follows him into a landing leg compartment where the now fully grown alien kills Brett. So like the xenomorph has this ability to like go from like this, little baby bursting out of the chest, like in like a very short amount of time, grow into the great big hulking alien.
Like little baby horses just walking around.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, you just fell out.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, it's got like this inner jaw coming out and eating people around it. Yeah.
Just like that.
Classic horse.
Dallas enters one of the air ducts with a flamethrower to force the creature into the airlock, but it kills him. Lambert suggests fleeing in the small shuttle, but it will not support 4 people. Ripley, now in command, decides they will flush out the alien. Now, I'm going to tell you more about this movie, and then because this is important plot points and stuff like that. So I'm gonna spoil it, especially because now that I've determined Dave's seen it, Jess is never going to see it.
No.
The listener, if you haven't seen it, either pause this episode, or I know a lot of kids these days are like, hey, just give me the recap and then I never need to watch these movies.
That's me. I love to read the Wikipedia plot summaries of movies I'll never watch.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, okay, I get it.
So while accessing Mother, Ripley discovers that the company secretly ordered Ash the android to return with the alien for study and deem the crew expendable. She confronts Ash, who attempts to kill her. Parker intervenes, knocking Ash's head loose, revealing him to be an android. And the androids in the Alien franchise have it's milk for blood. Like it's that's what it is as a prop. And so just all this white goes everywhere. It was a point of a lot of people freaking out in the cinema, which we'll talk about later.
Did they know Ash was an android, or was that the reveal?
I believe, if memory serves, this was the this is the moment where they're like, oh, hold on.
They didn't know.
Yeah.
I think they don't know.
Cool.
Yeah. And they also don't know that the company
they just thought they were just
evil.
Right.
They just thought they were going to murder a man, and they're like, oh, hold on, it was a.
That's fine then.
I felt nothing, but now I'm like, well,
now I feel double nothing.
Yeah. But that's a recurring plot point in the movie. Is just that the company that they work. What is the company called again?
Wayland.
That's They're like
Wayland Yutani.
Pretty evil and are pretty keen to get their hands on an alien to study it.
I see.
And the people are very expendable.
Because they can we can turn this into weapons, and we can turn and like with all the Jurassic Park, when you were saying things like, what if we can make medicines and weapons out of these things? Corporate greed.
Yeah.
The real enemy. Burn it all down. Kill all the billionaires. I'm seeking in my political messages into this podcast.
Whoa.
Oh, you guys are pro-billionaire on this podcast.
I love billionaires.
Yes, because one of them could outbid every of the one of the other listeners. So we're starting with the money.
That would be really strange to have. We have one listener, but he's a billionaire and he pays for everything, and
we're not sure he listens.
It doesn't come out to anyone.
But it's like it's pocket change for him. But we all own mansions now.
It's really nice. We just call him our mysterious benefactor.
And no one can listen to it for free. It's like that Wu-Tang album that just went out to one person. Do you think you'd still do it?
Bro.
Yeah.
Would we?
Do you think you'd still put out the podcast to one billionaire?
I wouldn't for a while and just see if he said anything.
Oh no, he would have an assistant monitoring it to make sure it still gets uploaded.
Yeah, I guess so. But
and he'd ask his assistant, like, was it fun this week? Did they have a guest on? That sort of thing.
I wouldn't be doing any research. I'd be reading Wikipedia pages and that's it. Verbatim. Yeah.
Reading Wikipedia pages. No, almost.
Reading Wikipedia page.
Oh, yeah, just page, yeah.
I guess.
Read your Wikipedia page.
It's funny because the one that pops into the rhythm that pops into my head isn't a cool one like Hamilton.
Oh, yeah,
it's
cool.
Master of the house.
Keeper of the inn.
That's what pops into my head a lot.
Yes, from Fiddler on the Roof. Another iconic musical. Actually, I was tossing up today between am I going to do Fiddler on the Roof or the Alien franchise.
Wow.
Can I just say, I'm so disappointed you chose Alien.
It's about time we talked about Fiddler.
Has there been an Alien musical?
There has been an Alien theatre show. Yeah, there was a play. I don't think it was a musical, but it was like iconic, and there's a documentary about that as well. There was way too much stuff to consume. Like if this podcast would be 8 hours long, and it might still be.
Yeah, we might get there.
Look at the runtime, dear listener, and go, I think he's going to talk about the Alien theatre show as well.
Because like you said, we haven't finished the first movie, and it's been an hour.
Oh, gosh.
But don't worry, guys, there'll be some yada yada.
Yeah.
But also, as I listened back to the Indiana Jones episode, and I remember Matt kept reprimanding me for mentioning the time. He's like, the listeners hate it when you mention there's a time limit. So, hey,
there's no time limit.
Let's just chill out.
Yeah.
Let's not chill too hard, though.
I'm going to slow down.
No. I can keep going at this pace.
Yeah. It's a great pace.
Beautiful pace.
So Ash is incinerated. The crew decides to self-destruct the Nostromo and escape in the shuttle. The alien kills Parker and Lambert as they gather supplies. Now alone, the final girl. Ripley initiates the ship's self-destruct sequence, but the alien blocks her path to the shuttle. She retreats and unsuccessfully attempts to abort the self-destruct. She reaches the shuttle with Jones, the cat. You got to save the cat.
Got to save the cat.
Narrowly escaping as the Nostromo explodes. Wow. As Ripley prepares for stasis, she's like, oh, it's all good. I've done it. The Nostromo's exploded. I got the cat. We're okay. We're in the escape shuttle. She discovers the alien has stowed itself in a narrow compartment, just tucked into a little corner there. She dons a spacesuit, loads a grappling hook gun, and uses steam vents to drive the alien out of its hiding place. Just as it's about to attack her, Ripley opens the shuttle door, blasting the creature out. But it manages to hang onto the door frame. She shoots the alien with the grappling gun, knocking it into space. But the grappling gun is caught in the door when it closes, pulling the alien back into the shuttle.
It's like one of those things where you're like, it's never going to end. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Like this podcast.
The alien attempts to re-enter the ship through the engine housing, prompting Ripley to activate the engines, blasting the alien into deep space. After recording her final log entry, she places Jones and herself into stasis for their return to Earth. Roll credits.
Oh my God.
So we got everyone else is dead.
Everyone's dead.
Wow.
But the cat's alive.
Thank God. Yeah, people would be very upset if the cat died.
It is a good move to have a pet. Like the new Superman movie has Crypto in it, and there's a bunch of other people getting their pets into cars when Metropolis is falling apart. And it is such a smart move to go, oh, give the character a little turtle to be carrying out of a house, because people are, I think, more going, oh yeah, save the turtle from the baddies.
Yeah,
we care about the turtle. We don't human life.
Yeah,
who cares?
Who cares? Oh, a bunch of chaos school bus. Oh no.
We do.
Wait, what dog?
I do want to just highlight how the other iconic element of Sigourney is, she is at the time a rare example of the woman taking charge, being the hero, not just I survived to the end, but she kills the alien.
Yeah.
She's not just the final girl survivor like a lot of horror movies are. She's Lieutenant Ripley. She's taken charge.
She's a proper badass.
Yeah.
Proper badass.
Am I imagining she's in a white tank, like a singlet top? Am I imagining that?
Yeah, that's perfectly timed, because it's, even though she's badass and she's a hero, they still managed to get her into a singlet top and underpants in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. You look at pretty much all of the Marvel, but they've gotten a little bit better in the more recent movies of not sexualizing the women as much. But you look at Black Widow, who's this incredible spy and fighter and everything, but she's in a tiny little suit and mega hot, and you go, yeah, okay.
And also, we have to have a scene where she's getting changed in the back of a car, and Happy Hogan is like, I'm not just glancing. I'm only human.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Come on.
So I do want to make sure, like, for the newcomers, that we have the alien biology clear. Okay, so you got the egg. The egg has the face hugger that jumps out of it. That then implants an embryo into the host. That explodes out of the body, and then that turns into the xenomorph, which is this black, ugly, shiny thing that has sort of a phallic sort of head and a jaw that inner jaw that shoots out and can essentially it comes out with such a driving force that in some of the movies it will put holes in people's heads and stuff like that.
And they also have the whippy tail,
acid blood.
That's another bad thing. So if you shoot this thing, sometimes blood will come out and like start burning holes in the ground or burning holes in people.
Oh my god!
And that's so embarrassing too, because like, oh, I've shot it, like, oh, I killed it, and then you're like, blood comes out, you're like, oh, damn it.
Oh crap! It has
I
the last
did
laugh.
that. That's embarrassing too. You're like, oh,
that's a whoopsie.
And in space, you don't want acid melting the floor or the walls.
Why's that?
It's just hard to clean up.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
true.
a long way from the shops.
Probably
Bunnings is like
probably don't have a
light
tap
years.
to fill up the mop bucket.
Yeah.
And like, sometimes you might spill something when you're eating on the couch, and you go, I'll just throw a tea towel over that.
Yeah,
for
of
now,
course. Of course, you just throw a tea towel on it. You think I've got like a patchwork couch? I don't.
I spilled some curry the other day, and I sprayed just like the same spray you spray on like a dog wee, because you just have that in the cupboard. And Eleanor was like, "Oh, did Fizgig have an accident?" I'm like, "No, just it should be the same stuff."
You're like, I had an accident with curry.
Yeah, I woke up the other day and could smell that specific dog cleaning product. So I was like, "Oh, the dog has shat somewhere in the house," and I was correct. So
Oh, and there was like a fun little game.
Yeah, I've trained myself.
Is it in here?
Yeah. Was it in here? Because it's already been cleaned up. So then I'm like, oh, the doormat's moved.
So you've trained the dog to...
He cleans up after
Goose
himself.
knows how to do it now.
Well, he's nearly 5, so...
That's true.
It's about time.
I'm nervous that Fizgig hasn't learned how to read yet.
Well, how old is Fizgig?
3. He's a bit
Look,
behind
we're all on our own
developmentally.
journeys. There's no judgment.
But you also want to get onto these things early.
Yeah.
I want him to be able to get a job, join the workforce,
That's
that sort
right.
of thing.
Contribute to the home.
Exactly.
What's he going to live at home forever?
I hope not.
Yeah. Come on, mate. Time to get your own place.
I'm over him.
So I want to give
You're wearing a T-shirt with your dog's face all over it. I'm over him.
I want to give you full props for not just saying when Eleanor said, "Did Fizgig have an accident?" You could have easily just said yes, and it was
bad boy.
It was nasty. It was like a yellow curry.
Yeah.
It's awful.
I don't know. He must have been eating something off. I don't know.
Like curry. So I want to talk a little bit about the inspiration behind the movie too, because we go, oh wow, it's so impressive, like how many great ideas the writers had.
Yeah.
And as a writer myself, I get intimidated seeing movies like this, thinking, oh, I could never. How do they do it? How do they do it? And it was encouraging to learn that O'Bannon drew inspiration from many works of science fiction and horror. He later said, I didn't steal Alien from anybody. I stole it from everybody.
That's good stuff, man.
So I'm going to run through these, like because there's a bunch of them. He stole from The Thing from Another World, which is a 1951 movie, inspired the idea of professional men being pursued by a deadly alien creature through a claustrophobic environment.
Hang on. I've heard of that.
Forbidden Planet, 1956, gave O'Bannon the idea of a ship being warned not to land and the crew being killed one by a mysterious creature when they defy the warning. Planet of the Vampires, one of my favorite titles, 1965, contained a scene in which the heroes discover a giant alien skeleton. This influenced the Nostromo's crew's discovery of the alien creature in the derelict spacecraft. Despite these similarities, O'Bannon and Ridley Scott both claimed in a 1979 interview that they had never seen Planet of the Vampires. What a weird coincidence.
So I stole from everything except that.
Except that.
I don't like that.
O'Bannon had noted that the influence of Junkyard, 1953, a short story by Clifford D. Simak, in which a crew lands on an asteroid and discovers a chamber of eggs. So like everything. And he's also cited influences Strange Relations by Philip Jose Farmer, which covers alien reproduction, and various EC Comics horror titles carrying stories in which monsters eat their way out of people.
Ugh.
It's all stolen.
Yeah, but when was the last original idea,
The Bible.
A lot of original ideas coming together.
Yeah.
No influence from other religions.
No.
Don't look that up. I mean, you got to wait till Christmas time to have like your snarky cousin be like, actually, this is actually stolen from other religion. Like, yeah, we get it.
And
okay,
you go,
it's just an excuse to get together.
Sorry, Stephen. I think Mum needs help with the desserts. Excuse me.
No, I've got to explain to you.
Yeah,
that
no,
Christians
I cannot
stole
wait
this
to hear
religion.
it. Mum's yelling for me. You know how she gets at Christmas? I had to go through my brain for a bit to find a name that I didn't have a cousin with that. I have something like 40 cousins.
Stephen, you nailed it.
I don't have a Stephen.
You don't have a Stephen?
I don't have a Stephen. I've got 2 Phillips, 2 Thomases on the same side. Crazy.
Do you have a Sigourney?
I do have a Sigourney, yes.
You're doing a little Guess Who board right now.
Oh,
Does
that'd be
your
fun.
cousin have glasses?
Definitely got a cousin with glasses, yeah.
Flip, 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 flip.
Probably multiple. You know, they're all getting old.
Yeah.
Me, 20/20 vision. Optometrist said my eyesight's gotten better.
20/20 vision, 20 years old.
That's me.
20 out of 10
Yep.
in hotness.
Yep.
A lot of 20s.
20s across the board.
So let's talk about the reaction to the movie. An early screening did not go well.
Really?
And this was due to a poor sound mix. And you watch these movies and go, oh, like everything's music, everything's atmosphere and sound effects. Like,
It starts with the computer waking up and it's like, beep, 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 beep. It's so awesome.
oh, yeah, let's go through them all.
There's also
As a
this,
toilet flushing.
I forget this one.
But there are scenes where you are just waiting for something to happen. And without the right sound mix, then you are just sort of going, ugh.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
this? Yeah, because they just have like establishing shot like outside the ship, like in between scenes.
Even just having like the clink of chains in the right moment, he's like, oh, what made that clinky sound? You know, those sorts of things are huge. So once this was rectified, the next screening was a massive success. The Fox executive's wife was so traumatized after watching an early preview that she didn't leave the house for a day and a half. The half is a good detail. You're like, oh, well, okay, I'm done.
She was like, by the afternoon, she was really hungry for a sandwich.
She's like,
I do
I guess
need
I gotta get
groceries.
out there before it gets dark again.
We don't have DoorDash yet.
I watched a scary movie once at the cinemas too. Huge mistake. I had to sleep with the light on for several days.
Several days.
Wow.
And
That's
it was one of
awful.
those ones that, fuck. It was all like CCTV footage type thing.
Like Paranormal Activity.
That was it. Yes. Yep. And I had to sleep with the light on because at one stage
So the
like,
camera can see you and watch for any paranormal activity in your room.
that's right.
Yeah.
Because some sort of demon can't appear in the light. There was a scene. Am I thinking of Paranormal Activity where they put down powder and there's like hoof prints in it or something?
Oh,
At one point,
Not hoof prints.
like like a devil type thing.
interesting.
And so then every time I close my eyes, I'd just see like powder with prints in it. I'd be like, there's footprints. There's something in my room.
There's a very small horse in here. A pony? The most scary thing on the planet.
So all of these
I'll
things,
kill you.
all of these things of reactions in the cinema sound ridiculous. There's that old story of that really ancient film called like A Train Arrives at the Station. Ever heard of it? One of the first horror movies.
Yeah.
And the idea was that the train just arrived at the station and the people watching this movie were so terrified that a train was coming at them that they ran out of the cinema, which is a myth. That happened.
Pretty funny though.
There might have been a few people go, oh, but there wasn't like we gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Like that's apparently a myth.
Like the first time you see 3D and you're like, it's coming at me. Yeah. I'm frightened.
Oh my god, it's a bee, a giant bee.
And that fish is almost on my face.
oh, that is a bee. Excuse me, Usher, there's a bee. There's a bee.
Sorry, I'm allergic, so.
There's a bee in Roby.
There's a bee in Roby. No, it doesn't work.
I will admit, and this is just for the listener who's been hearing other Alexander Hamiltons, I've heard them too and decided not to do all of them. And because I also had to go, has Marcel just deliberately written in
Yes.
Alexander Hamilton's
Is
into
Marcel
this?
having a breakdown?
Not to do all of them.
Yeah, it's not impressive if it's like we think you just set these up ahead of time and then now going, look at me go, guys.
But if you've heard a master of the house, you're wrong. Because I haven't heard him. I've never seen Fiddler on the Roof. I don't know why.
I haven't either. I know it because it's in George Costanza's head in a Seinfeld episode. Like it's his earworm.
Master of the house.
So these all sound ridiculous, but apparently these are true. At another preview, an usher fainted. People were reportedly running and screaming out of the theater.
Wow.
Management were complaining about people vomiting in the theater.
Oh, wow.
Veronica Cartwright lined up for a regular screening and remarked how people were leaving and going out and barfing in the lobby.
Wow.
Yeah. One theater who hated the movie was doing what was doing to their bathrooms, cut the chest burster scene from their reel. So they were like, you know what? We're going to just trim that scene out because too many people are messing up the toilets. throwing up.
Wow.
And
Which is also so rude to the filmmakers to go, oh, we'll fix this.
Yeah, I'll make an edit.
And then those people are like, but how did the alien get out?
Yeah.
Within that person.
What happened to that guy?
Why is everyone so upset?
Yeah, we never saw him again. He came back, they had a lovely dinner together, and then he disappeared, and then the alien was big.
May as well just keep trim the whole thing. It just like cuts to Poochie just flying after another planet. So that's how it happened. Sigourney herself watched the movie through her cable knit sweater. So, like, she's hiding behind her own jumper. So effective was the combination of the edit, music, and sound effects. And she's in the documentary goes, and I was Ripley, who doesn't get scared. Like, it's like she's watching Ripley on screen going, oh, this is scary. How's she going to get out of this one?
It's like,
you were there.
Sigourney, you're an actor, okay? Ripley doesn't get scared. You do. Oh, I'm frightened.
So Dan O'Bannon, who was initially resistant to watch the movie, he felt as if he had been kept out of the development process. In the documentary, he spoke about driving angrily around the city, questioning whether he would attend an early screening. And then he saw, the line "busting the block" around, which is where we got the term blockbuster. Oh, hey, this line's it's busted the block. So he pulled.
I did not know that.
He pulled over and he bought a ticket, and he reportedly wept in his seat because his vision had become a reality, realizing that even though like it had been sort of taken away and other people had thrown their own bits and pieces into it, that he had contributed to something truly special.
That's great. So there's like a room full of people just vomiting around him, and he's just like, I'm so happy.
And you would be too, because like James Cameron talks about this, about the next one is, same. He says he compares it to comedy. Of like, if you're doing a comedy show and people aren't laughing, then you have failed. And if you've made like a horror thriller movie and people aren't going, oh god, if people aren't yelling out, if people aren't tense in their seats, then you have failed. So it is like they would have been, the executives would have been sniffing that vomit, being like, that smells like money to me.
And that's got to be the best advertising. Like the best word of mouth is, I went to this horror movie and I was so scared that I had to run out and vomit.
Yeah.
People go, oh, I want to see that.
Yeah, I don't, but some people would.
Yeah. I think a lot of the
I
people
go, fantastic, thank you for letting me know. I will never watch that.
It's the same as people go, oh, you're going to cry in this movie as well. Oh, don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be thinking about that the entire time.
Now I'm out of spite. I'm not going to cry.
Yeah.
When maybe I would have.
You're sitting there going, is this the bit that they cried?
Yeah,
because
that's
if
coming
so,
up.
Coming up.
If so, they're weak.
Oh, it's sort of sad. Should I be forcing the tears? And then like later on, I really happy. Oh no, I wasted those tears on that little moment.
Damn it.
And now the dog died. Got nothing left.
The tank's empty. I'm dehydrated over here.
So it initially received mixed reviews, but it won the Academy Award for Best Visual Effects, 3 Saturn Awards, and a Hugo Award for Best Dramatic Presentation. Alien grossed $78.9 million in the United States and £7.8 million in the United Kingdom during its first theatrical run. Its worldwide gross to date has been estimated between $104 million and $203 million.
That's got to be way more than the budget, right? That's got to be bringing in.
Yeah, they made it for $10. Can you believe it?
Really? Whoa, that's very good. Well, I suppose it was just a lot of lube
and
offcuts from the butcher.
And a lot of people would just volunteer in their time.
Yeah, they were student actors.
Get your mates together.
Yeah.
You guys don't mind, do you?
Yeah.
Putting in some time.
Dave does the sound really well. Do that again. So,
That's your Ripley impression?
Yeah.
I've got that. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or growing your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain and showcase your offerings with a professional website.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a bespoke online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business. Name a brand or business.
Hairdresser.
Bang, I've got it.
Wow. Gardener.
Got it.
Lawyer.
Just checking. Got it. Because what I've done is I've started with Blueprint AI, Squarespace's AI-enhanced website builder, to get a fully custom website in just a few steps. First one's got scissors. Second one's got a lawnmower. Third one's got someone giving advice.
A gavel.
Yeah, a gavel. And someone giving advice. Squarespace also offers a complete library of professionally designed and award-winning website templates with options for every use and category. So it's easy and intuitive, no experience required.
Perfect, because I don't have any experience.
Ding, ding, ding.
Squarespace also gives you everything you need to offer services and get paid all in one place. From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your offerings with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business. Get paid on time with professional on-brand invoices and online payments.
That's right. Whether you're a gardener, a lawyer, a hairdresser, or something else, you can head to squarespace.com/dogoon for a free trial and to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Go to squarespace.com/dogoon.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Get early access to Sleep Number's biggest sale of the year. 25% off the i8 bed, our most popular. Plus free home delivery. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
So let's cut to 4 years later and talk about the sequel. It's 1983. Despite the success of Alien, its sequel took years to develop thanks to management changes and a lack of enthusiasm from 20th Century Fox. The producer of Aliens, Gail Ann Hurd, remarked that sequels didn't have the reputation in the 80s that they do today. Enter James Cameron. He's 30 years old. The studio execs read The Terminator, invited him to write the Alien sequel. If his time directing Terminator was a success, then he'd be invited to direct as well. So Gail Ann Hurd was the producer, was married to James Cameron during the production of Aliens. Their relationship, however, was short-lived, and they divorced in 1989, a famous year.
Why?
No, I don't know. When were you guys born? I was born in 88.
We were born in 90.
I thought one of you guys would be an 89 baby.
No.
That means nothing to us.
We hate the 80s. 90s kids through and through.
The 80s, yuck.
We are true 90s children.
Let's play a little game called Guess the Tagline. Okay, you finish the word for the Aliens tagline.
Okay.
This time it's...
Come. That's my answer.
Personal?
This time it's war. It's what we were looking for.
Really?
Oh, that's not as good.
I like this time it's personal. What's that from?
There was an alternate tagline, which was this time there's more. Which, if you remember, is that the first movie had one alien. So they're promising there's going to be more than one.
See, I prefer it when a franchise sticks to one naming convention. So when I found out last night at dinner that Aliens is the sequel, and then the third, I think, is Aliens 3 or something.
You would have liked it to be Aliens'?
I said it should have 2 S's, yes. And that should just continue.
Yeah.
But whatever.
You love the SS. Oh, no, sorry. You love the SS.
No. Can I ask about the Aliens, the title? Is the famous story about that true?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, you tell, what have you heard?
Okay,
Dave?
this is the story that I've heard. So James Cameron... I've heard that he pitched the idea for an Alien sequel because it's been years, like you're saying, 4 years, but then it doesn't get made for a little bit longer, right? It's like a long gap. He pitches in, and the story that I've heard is he's in a boardroom, he writes Alien on a whiteboard or on a piece of paper, and he turns it around, and he writes S, Aliens, and then he turns it around, and then writes something else, and he turns it back to them, and all he's written is he's turned the S into a $sign. Like, you're going to fucking make money on this. Is that true? Tell me it's true.
It is a famous Hollywood story, and it is true.
Yes, Jim!
Because it is such a great story of just like, I've added an S, and here's a $sign.
And here's a $sign. We're going to make
So I looked this up to confirm it, and in an interview with The Independent, he says, I was in a meeting with the studio head and the executive producers, and I turned my script over, and on the blank side of the last page, I wrote Alien, then I drew an S on the end, and then I drew 2 vertical lines through the S and held it up to show them, which like feels as well like it's really spoon-feeding to be like, so like the story that you've heard and that I've heard sounds more like I'm pitching this from the ground up. But like presumably they've already talked about it. It's at the end, it's in the meeting, and to go, I don't know if you guys are getting it.
Okay. Who cares about story? Aliens.
There's more than it, and it's going to be
More aliens, more money.
Yeah, the tagline is this time it's profit.
He's doing the thing with his fingers to imply
Okay.
money.
Daddy wants a yacht.
I have brainstormed there's other filmmakers as well. Like I looked this up, other filmmakers that tried the James Cameron technique. There was No Country for Old Men's, Apocalypse Nows,
Okay, yes.
Goodwill Huntings,
Okay.
and don't forget 12 Angry Men's. Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, they didn't come to fruition.
I'm greenlighting all of them.
Didn't work for everybody, you know. But maybe a listener, you know, who's sort of an angel investor will want to get interested.
If any of our listeners are billionaires,
Apart from the mysterious benefactor.
yeah, I'm wondering why they're on like the $10 level when they could just be giving us $1 million a year.
Do you have a tier that's like, hey, this is crazy, but if you want to?
No, because we're scared someone will.
And then you'll feel like indebted to them.
Because there'd have to be some sort of reward for that, and it'd be like you own us or something, you know.
What if you just had just said then, like you just whisper their name on every episode or something?
That'd be fun. We would just say,
Clarence.
Michael. And my opinion is...
On this week's episode, Michael, I am going to be talking about...
We renamed the podcast. Hello and welcome to another episode of Michael. Do go on.
My name is Michael Dave Warnicky.
Exactly. I will rename myself legally if you get on the $1 million tier.
So for a lonely millionaire, they might love that. You know, for it's just like,
true.
oh, cool. You know, I sleep with the podcast and I love to hear it whisper to me. Some people that listen to this enough probably already feel like you are whispering their name.
But I don't care what their name is. We're saying Michael, though.
Yeah, sorry.
That's the new tier on the Patreon.
The tier's just called Michael.
What are we charging? $500 a month?
It's got to be more than that for
It's
a
got to be more
Michael.
than that.
$10,000.
$10,000 a month. We will say Michael on every episode.
Yeah, and you get to be the official Michael. We'll limit it to one at a time. So if you want to be the first Michael, let us know.
$10,000.
$10,000. We got to run this by Matt.
Nah, I think he's on board.
I'm going to. Oh yeah, I'll tell you because we jumped to the.
Sorry, I just was so excited to know whether that was a true story.
No,
I'm so glad that it is.
It's great. I want it, and it could have been totally organic until I went. My glasses are slipping down my nose. So this one, as I say, as we go through the subsequent films, the stories will get shorter. But like this is the other big boy. This is the other one that people go, this is my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah,
this is huge. This is another. The first two movies are the ones responsible for these still being talked about today. All the other movies are trying to emulate what came before.
Are you saying 2 was the big one for you? Or the first one, or both? Or
I love
all of
both
them?
of the first.
Okay, yeah.
But
I'm thinking of Terminator 2, you're saying.
I love Terminator 2.
Gotcha.
Also, James Cameron.
And I saw Terminator 2 first. I think I saw Alien first. It's interesting the relationship as well. Like which one did you go? Well, no. So I saw Alien Resurrection first. Like this is the weird thing of seeing them out of order.
Yeah. So because which I know you're going to go into, because I did say at the start they're all the same film, and they've actually not. They're very different types of movie, but the plot is often the same. It's the same. It's poor people stranded with an alien. They got to get rid of it, kind of thing. But then there are a few different settings, but 1 and 2 are very different, aren't they? Because the first one's sort of like this slow burn
horror movie,
psychological sort of stuff going on. The second one is very much an action movie.
Yeah, it's sort of it's a neat sort of combination of action and thriller, and still, you know, it still has a decent amount of horror in it. So we cut to it's 57 years later, and Ellen Ripley. It's weird to say Ellen. You know, like, the name's
I'm like,
Ripley.
who? Ripley.
She's been in stasis for 57 years.
What? She'd be wrinkly.
No, it freezes you. It's what you gotta.
She'd be cold.
She would be cold. She would be cold. Ripley is rescued and debriefed by the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. These are the baddies, but you know they're corporations. Everyone's working for them.
Yeah,
you know.
corporations are bad.
Employers who doubt her claim about alien eggs in a derelict ship on the exomoon LV-426. You know, and this is you got to believe women. You know, they go, hey, there were some alien eggs there. They killed all the my crew, and they're like, lady, you're
They're
crazy.
like, are you sure you weren't just on your period? You know how you guys get on your periods. Always hallucinating.
She's like, yeah, where are the rest of the crew then? What do you think I did with them?
Did you kill them because you were angry because you were on your period?
Someone ate your last corn chip.
Oh, no. Somebody ate the chocky and you got mad at them.
After contact is lost with the colony, Weyland-Yutani representative Carter Burke and Colonial Marine Lieutenant Gorman ask Ripley to accompany them to investigate. So it's like, hey, you know how you said maybe there was an alien?
Hey, we actually believe women.
Yeah, there might be an alien. Can you come along and help us? Is essentially what happens. And Ripley's traumatized, but she's like, you know what? I there's nothing I hate more than aliens.
Because to her it happened yesterday.
It's true, exactly.
that.
It was real recent.
Yeah, the nightmares just doesn't end for this poor
Do you know what I
lady.
mean? Because it's been 57 years, but she just went to sleep
Yeah.
and then woke up.
So she joins a crew of these colonial marines who are like, badasses. They got their guns. They're ready to shoot stuff. And there's another android. This guy's named Bishop, and Ripley's not into it. She's like, I don't like these androids. They're always up to no good.
But it's been like 50 years.
They got milk for blood.
So, like, I'm sure androids are being more accepted now, so she just seems really racist and old school and ignorant.
Yeah, they're like, we like him.
Yeah.
He's actually our friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Like when grandparents start to kick off about something and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like if you'd been frozen at the end of World War II and then you woke up 57 years later, they'd be freaking out.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa, Grandpa, you can't say that.
Yeah.
Well, look at Captain America. He was okay. You know, so there are exceptions.
Captain America is an exception.
Yeah. And
I mean,
exceptionally beautiful man.
I gotta
seen
tell
that
you,
body.
like, if I didn't know about the comic, but I heard someone's introducing themselves as Captain America, I would presume they were very racist. I'm Captain America.
Yeah, and his suit is like the flag, basically.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Cool, that's great.
Not a good rep these days,
Yeah.
branding wise.
Yes.
Also walking around with a shield. All right there, buddy.
Yeah.
The shield's, nicer than a gun.
That's true. It's probably got one of those too, right?
So they land on the planet. This is the planet from the first movie, but they've been colonizing it in that time. They're like, oh, hey, let's go and put some people to live on that planet.
Oh,
it
no.
seems hospitable. We're going to terraform it and stuff.
But they haven't found all the eggs.
No. Well,
Okay.
they get there and they go, oh, wait a minute. No one's here. This doesn't look so good. And they look around and they find this little girl, the one survivor. Her name is Newt. She's got a cute little nickname. Also a beautiful name for an upcoming baby.
Newt.
Yeah. For anyone listening. Because I know some people listen to this just for name suggestions for
Yeah, because we have some great names.
potential offspring.
And Jess is always available.
So is Michael.
Jess is always available. The Marines kill...
Michael is available.
$10,000. What better way to spend it?
That's so good. If you had a spare $10,000, what a fantastic way to spend it.
$10,000 per month.
Per month. What's that in a year? I can't figure it out.
So the Marines go searching around as Ripley is sort of hanging back in the control room. They kill a newborn alien after it bursts through a colonist chest, rousing several adult aliens who ambush the Marines. So for the first time on screen, you got multiple xenomorphs running around, killing people. Everyone's shooting their guns and firing off. It's all very, very exciting. Hicks orders, so it's like time to escape. Ripley assumes command and rams their armored personnel carrier into the nest to rescue Corporal Dwayne Hicks and Privates Hudson and Vasquez. So it's like Vasquez, she's there going, I got to take command.
Oh, man.
It all comes back to Ripley again.
Oh, God. What a week I'm having. Because, again, it's just a day for her.
Hicks orders the dropship to recover the survivors, but a stowaway alien kills the pilots, causing the dropship to crash into the station. Low on ammunition and resources, it seems like all hope is lost.
And is that when we get the famous "Game over, man! Game over"?
Yes, indeed. You have nailed it. You practically read it off my page.
God.
But I want different voices in the room. It's beautiful.
Super excited
So
for
that's the late, great Bill Paxton. He delivers that line of game over, man. Game over. And I wish I could say, like, now that I brought up that his death is like maybe that's on his tombstone or something.
Game over, man. Love Bill Paxton.
But there's another favourite line shortly after this that Newt warns Ripley that they should get inside as it will get dark soon, leading to, she says, they mostly come at night. Mostly. And it's such a weird line reading of... Why is she putting so much emphasis on mostly?
Mostly. Except the one behind you right now. Kids are creepy
Like
as shit.
as if Ripley was going to be like, if she didn't say mostly, like Ripley, oh no, we saw some out in the daytime. It's like, well, I said mostly. Okay, don't nitpick what I'm saying.
That kid's been fact checked before, and it's just getting ahead of it. Yeah, it's a pretty creepy performance from the kid, actually, isn't it?
It is. Apparently so much trouble casting this little girl. She never acted before. She does a good job, and like everything in this movie's iconic, of course. So this is the thing, is like, because everyone loves this movie, it's like, well, Newt's iconic and this is iconic and this is great, but like she's also not.
I'm gonna look up Newt.
She's not putting in like a powerhouse. She's no Haley Joel Osment, shall I say?
Yeah, there's something creepy about that kid.
Tell me, did they actually grow up to be like an Academy Award winning adult?
No, this was her one movie.
Perfect, one and done. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Not to try and...
You do one brilliant movie.
Exactly.
You go, okay, that was cool. I'll become a regular... It's like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yep. You know, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Charlie, he's a vet. He's just a vet now.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, and people go, yes, I am Charlie from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. No, I don't own the Chocolate Factory.
Now, speaking of, your dog has eaten a lot of chocolate. We need to pump his stomach.
We thought you'd love it
when you guzzle down treats?
A trip to the vet.
Yeah, just tell me what the bill is, okay? I haven't finished the song.
Please, I'm a professional.
Did you want a vet or did you want Charlie Bucket?
So James Cameron directed Aliens, and it was not an easy process filming it. He travelled over to Pinewood Studios in the United Kingdom, and the crew and him did not get along. They seemed to resent not having Ridley back for the sequel and having to work with James Cameron and producer Gail and Hurd.
Was there any effort? Did they ask Ridley first, do you think?
Yeah, I think the gap was just too long and he moved on to other things. I think Ridley is very much like, oh, what's exciting me right now? And as I said earlier, it wasn't really a thing to, sequels and franchises. It was, and remember, he's 40 years old. He's probably going, I want to do anything else now.
I'm retired.
He also wasn't into science fiction.
I'm 40, I'm close to death.
He wasn't interested in science fiction and horror as well. Like, he wanted to make Alien like an exception to that. I'm like, I'm going to make a really good movie.
He's like, I've made the best one of the genre ever. Now let's try a rom-com. Try another genre.
Yeah.
I'm going to make Gladiator in 30 years or some shit. Remember Gladiator? Good film.
Good film.
The new one, you mean? You loved the new one. Gladiators.
I haven't seen Gladiators. That was on my list. Here's what James Cameron had to say about the crew. I couldn't resist because he's got a list of like things that he hated about this experience, and it's good fun. He said, the Pinewood crew were lazy, insolent, and arrogant. There was a few bright lights amongst the younger art department people, but for the most part, we despised them, and they despised us.
Wow.
So here's a list of things that he hated. He thought the crew were lazy and resented union mandated breaks. He just wanted to, like, come on, let's get on with it. Like, they took a lot of tea breaks. The crew would stop work every Friday afternoon for a lottery draw where the winner would take home a prize of £400. One of the crew running the lottery came up to Cameron with the tin and said, do you want to put anything in the drawer, Jim? Do you want to put anything in the drawer?
Hey, Jim, we do a little lottery every week. Bit of fun.
Yeah, 400 quid.
You know, nothing to sneeze at, is it? No, you've probably got your big fancy mansions, but a bunch of us just, we're working class, mate.
Well, Cameron allegedly shouted at him, fuck the drawer.
Wow.
Fuck the drawer. And British people, they did not like swearing.
Oh,
what's that?
Oh, blimey, Jim, that's a bit full on, that is.
Fuck the drawer.
That's incredibly rude.
I don't care how much you put in, you can't fuck the drawer.
Okay? You just put in 10 quid and you might win 400. Jeez.
Fuck, you wouldn't believe what Jim said. Tea break.
I need another cup of tea after that. I'm absolutely horrified.
Apparently, Jim Cameron pushed the tea trolley over one day. You got the tea lady coming in. Oh, time for tea. And he's like pushing it over.
All right, Jim, that's a bit much, mate.
Dave, imagine I'm in the red zone, right?
Yeah.
And somebody puts a coffee down in front of me and then somebody comes along, flips that. What am I going to do?
I've got to tell you, there'd be no Avatar. He would be dead.
There'd be no Avatar.
And wouldn't the world be an awful place?
Yeah.
Cameron eventually held an hours-long all-hands meeting where grievances were aired and both sides agreed to an uneasy truce for the rest of the shoot.
All right, what have I done wrong? Well, you kicked the tea lady in the face, and we didn't like that.
We didn't like that. She's a nice lady.
All right, fine. I agree to not kick the tea lady.
Well, you should apologise to her.
I'm not doing that.
So this is what he was quoted as saying towards the end of the shoot. He says, "This has been a long and difficult shoot, fraught by many problems, but the one thing that kept me going through it all was the certain knowledge that one day I would drive out the gate of Pinewood and never come back, and that you sorry bastards would still be here."
Fuck.
What a piece of shit. What a grumpy piece of shit.
Yeah. What a grumpy piece of shit.
Wow, that's really good.
But
It's
it
amazing.
is one of those things where it sounds like maybe both people were challenging to work with.
Yeah.
And I think it was just sort of, it's a culture clash of like, here's how I like to work, here's how you like to work. Some people were probably more jerks than they could have been.
Yeah.
But I don't really side with any particular team. I think it's just that thing of going, clearly this wasn't a good match. And I think because as a director, usually you get to go, hey, we're going to shoot here and do this. And like you have a bit more control, because he found himself going, all right, you've got this movie. It's your second one you're ever shooting. You're under, there's still a little bit of a, we're looking over your shoulder. So he found himself being like, fuck.
Yeah.
They hate it. But despite all the challenges, the film was a massive success. Aliens opened to generally positive reviews. It appeared on the cover of July 28th edition of Time magazine, which called it the summer's scariest movie. That's how they talked back in that time, right?
Wow. Breaking news.
Everyone's saying aliens.
Oh, spooky.
Everyone's saying alien dollar sign.
They forgot to change it in the
studio
end.
was like, okay, if you think that's going to work.
It must have something to do with the plot, I guess.
The aliens are bankrupts in this one. I was like, no.
No, it's all about profit, baby.
Roger Ebert called the last hour of the film painfully, unremittingly intense in horror and action, leaving him emotionally drained and unhappy. Oh, wait, that's the review of the Indiana Jones episode. Just kidding. It's a very good episode. It's a very good episode. Go back and listen to that.
Whoa.
Maybe it's a review of the end of this episode.
Whoa.
Emotionally drained and unhappy. People were skeptical, as I say, people were skeptical of a sequel, but it was nominated for 7 Oscars, including Best Actress for The Xenomorph, the Alien Queen. Isn't that huge?
Wow.
Finally, some
Yes.
No, Sigourney Weaver got nominated for Best Actress.
What is
the first time an alien had been nominated?
About time.
What's her famous line at the end when she's fighting?
Get away from her, you bitch.
Yes, that's it.
Whoa.
Badass. And she's fighting this alien queen, like in this mining thing. That basically, she's fighting like a Power Ranger style robot.
Yeah, she gets into this robotic suit, which is like amazing. Like technology wise, at the time, they have very limited CGI. There's like blue screen in this movie, and there's like rear projection. It's so inventive with how they do all the special effects in this movie. A lot of miniatures still, but this exosuit that she's in is just many people puppeting it. Fuck! It's
many people puppeting.
It's now I got a nosebleed. too many times, and I'm just like,
you're just gonna be having dinner tonight. Chatting. Oh, no.
What have I done? But it's incredible. So she has this battle between her and the alien queen, and then once again the alien sucked out of the airlock. Ripley loves an airlock.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Just like James Cameron, the Terminator loves
melting,
being crushed in factories.
Oh yeah, you got to crush.
You always end in a factory,
and that's where that song "Crush" comes from.
It's just a little crush, every time we touch.
Yeah.
Great track.
It's a James Cameron produced that song.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's very talented.
And we will talk about that for the next 40 minutes. All right. So we're on... We're now going to like these last movies. They get less and less iconic, so they're going to get briefer and briefer.
This is the yada 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 section.
We're in the yada yada yada. But I also want. I'm gonna just like my Nike run coach on my app tells me, you got to finish strong. Like you don't start lagging your run as you. Oh yeah, we're coming up to the end.
I do.
Oh, well,
I end with a crawl. I go, never again.
That's the
Never again.
Are you talking about your episodes or you're talking about your runs?
Runs.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
episodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that the Jess Perkins episodes, they fade out. You're like, okay,
Yeah,
you
I
get
just
it.
gotta go here and then fucking, I don't know, then I guess that's it.
You fill it in. You get it.
And then I guess if you really want to hear the end of it, fucking look it up yourself. I don't know.
Anyway, time for the Patreon part.
What are we even doing here,
Yeah,
really?
who
If you think
cares?
about it,
Yeah.
ChatGPT could just spit this out.
Yeah, we're going to be replaced by AI sooner than we think. I should go retrain at something else. Should learn some new skills or something.
Every episode.
Oh, God, what am I doing? What is my legacy?
Matt and David both, they go, yeah, if you could just finish it, though.
Yeah. I mean, you've written it, so you may as well read it.
Do you want to tag me in? Or?
Yeah.
No, I
Do
don't
you want
want
to
to
send
hear
me the
you do
file or
it.
hand me your computer and I'll read it? No, it's all right. This is good.
All right, let's play Guess the Tagline for Alien 3.
Alien 3.
Is he going to give us some of it? Or
There's a bunch of options, which is good. I'll fill in the blank for this one. 3 times the suspense, 3 times the danger, 3 times the...
Come.
Budget?
Just to brag about the budget.
Yeah.
Is that?
We spent heaps on this. It was a disaster.
Please come. Please come.
We had so many lawsuits.
We're still battling some. I can't talk about it. 3 times the come. 3 times the... What were the other...
3 times the suspense, 3 times the danger, 3 times the terror.
Terror. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm still not going to say that.
This time, it's hiding in the most terrifying place of all is another one.
Your butt.
Your house. Okay, that's worse. That's much more terrifying. Get it out of there.
Because I can leave my
Okay,
house.
fill in the blank for this one. Our worst fears have come true. It's...
Come. It's back. It's alive.
Yeah, it's back. You nailed it.
Back.
Its back is really good.
So this was the one that played on trailers. So like this movie was in development for ages, and there was 10 different versions of the movie. Like they loved Aliens. They wanted a sequel for it really quickly. You know, James Cameron came in, put another $sign next to it. They're like, we're not really feeling that, but thanks so much. What else you
Aliens.
got? Puts a pound sign.
A little Bitcoin there. Alien.
So beautiful word. In 1979, this is on the trailer. I'll do the trailer voice. In 1979, we discovered in space, no one can hear you scream. In 1992, we would discover on Earth, everyone can hear you scream.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And here's the thing. They said that the Alien 3 is going to take place on Earth. They didn't have a script. They didn't have a director. They didn't have any idea what they were going to do with it.
That's the only thing they knew.
They released a trailer saying like, yeah, it's going to be on Earth this time. It turns out it's not on Earth. They went in a completely different direction.
That's great because I was sitting there thinking, maybe I haven't seen 3. No, I have. It's just not on it. Okay.
There were 10 different versions of the sequel. Like so many people wrote different versions. One was set in a shopping mall on Earth.
Shopping mall. Oh no, it's at the Wendy's.
It's pretty terrifying. But as someone who worked in a shopping centre for many years across a few different shops, I reckon I could get my way around.
And remember
I know all
as
the little
well,
back alleys.
Yes.
Dawn of the Dead is set in the shopping mall, and you know what they've done there? They've set up this idea that you know we're the real zombies because we're the ones shopping.
Capitalism.
Yeah, with people shopping are zombies.
And who's mostly doing the shopping? Women.
Yeah, women.
The most zombie.
Am I
They be
pronouncing- am I
shopping.
saying this right? Women be shopping.
Women be shopping. Let me tell you.
Women be shopping. One was set in a wooden planet, like a gigantic, like wooden space station, which is like full of like monks who are against technology.
That's so funny. We just need wood. I just want this to be woody.
They thought that would be way too high a budget to like build a whole thing out
Oh
of
my
that.
god, wood? That stuff costs heaps.
But a planet.
A planet of wood?
A planet of wood.
We emptied out 4 Bunnings. And it's still not enough.
That was like one street.
Yeah.
We need a planet.
You go to the guy, but we need about a planet's worth of wood.
Yeah,
Have you got
what do you
that?
reckon?
No, you should have called ahead for this, to be honest.
This would have to be a special order.
Sorry, Steven Spielberg just dropped by and
Yeah.
he got it all.
He's working on a Jurassic Park and Schindler's List at the same time. There was a version that just focused on Hicks and Bishop the robot, where Ripley is unconscious most of the movie. But that's nice, isn't it?
That's a dream acting gig. Do I still get a decent pay?
Yeah, Sigourney signed on as long as I can sleep.
That's good.
Yeah. So this one, I didn't rewatch all of the movies, but I did rewatch this one, and I rewatched Resurrection. There's a few of them that I can't remember, and I rewatched Aliens as well until my Disney Plus subscription started telling me, "Hey, this is actually your friend's account, and we need you to prove that you." And I'm like, okay, Disney Plus. How about piss off? I'm trying to research for a podcast. Disney Plus.
Do they accept that as an excuse?
Yeah, they did actually.
They said, "Oh, great, have a year for free."
So here's the really disappointing thing about this. The movie starts, and all of this happens in just like the first 2 minutes. Opening credits is so Bishop and Ripley and Newt escape in the first movie. They kill the alien queen, and then this movie opens with them crash landing. There's a fire in their escape pod, and everyone dies but Ripley. And she lands on a prison planet that's essentially an empty prison, but with prisoners who have decided, yeah, we're going to stay here because they've sort of borrowed that monk idea of like, yeah, we're sort of monk-like and we live here, and we've all sort of given up the idea of being horrible people anymore, sort of. It's so already from the moment you go, oh, all those great characters that we came to love in Aliens, they're all dead.
They're all dead. And what was the point of that?
Yeah.
She did all that stuff to save this little girl, and now that kid has just died.
So therefore as well, you don't have like, because she spends that whole movie protecting Newt, and you go, oh wow, and just like the cat in the first movie, you go, oh, you got to give her something to care about, and in this movie she is sort of like,
yeah,
all right, I guess I'm here now. In this movie, and they sort of just go, oh yeah, there was a face hugger that stuck on board, and like, what? Oh, how'd that happen? Don't worry about it. It's just sort of, who cares? This time, like one or two interesting things, the facehugger attacks a dog in this movie. So like the alien is a little bit more like canine-like.
We sort of discover, is this for the first time, that the aliens don't always look the same. It crossbreeds with its host. So it finds whatever, it's like face hugs the dog.
Oh.
So when it comes out of it explodes out of the dog, something like you're saying, now it's on 4 legs. So like in theory, like the xenomorph that we all know, that's only if it crosses with humans, right? That's possibly
and then it gets all messed up around in all the prequels. They make it way too complicated.
Imagine if it like bred with a dinosaur.
Oh my god!
It
would sound like this.
This would be the same vibe as the studio executives of like sitting around, because they same thing with the Jurassic Park movies. The Alien franchise gets obsessed with hybrids pretty much after from Alien Resurrection on, where they go, oh, well, we can't just have the xenomorph anymore.
Yeah.
What if it started messing around with other things?
People aren't scared of T-Rex anymore.
Yeah, and it's so stupid. I want a Jurassic Park movie. They go, let's just have the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like,
they're still spooky and scary.
They're scary. I don't want to get eaten by one.
They want to tell us. They're like, oh, yeah. And they're telling as well the people in the movie themselves as well, like, oh, yeah. You know, Jurassic World opens with the kids yawning at Jurassic World at the theme park. You're like, these kids would be over the moon, like, because kids are excited to see a zebra at a zoo. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
kids are excited to see like a 1/16th model of the T-Rex at a big W.
So much of this stuff, it's unfortunate. Like, this is the thing. Alien and Aliens have this beautiful thing of really creative people making really excellent movies. And yes, they are to make money for a studio, but then it feels as if from then on, much like Weyland-Yutani themselves, the evil corporation, it is start to get more driven by greed and more like, we just want to make some money. So who cares? Let's just get something out there. And that's why, so Aliens 3, we have the trailer before there's a script, and they have a deadline for when it's going to be out there before it's even starting to make, because 20th Century Fox are like, we got to pay rent this week or whatever, and they go, all right, we got to put a movie out.
They're going to their landlord, don't worry, we've got a movie coming out at Christmas. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I'll pay you back.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm good for it.
I'm good for it. So Ridley Scott was invited back to direct, but he was more interested in making a prequel, and they were like, that sounds too expensive. We want to make money.
Yeah.
We want to make money.
That sounds really expensive. We've already explored the wood world.
You probably want to make the world out of wood, don't you? We're not doing it. Okay?
I wonder why that would be more expensive than the prison planet. It's so funny.
Well, they're still so limited in CGI. So, like, because it's still pre-CGI and, like, it's only sort of baby stuff that's being done with CGI, they're going, well, that's going to be miniatures and have to be built and all sorts of things. They know what's going to be crazy expensive.
Right, and I've got to say the CGI in this is real bad.
It's really bad. Yeah,
Real
it's really
bad.
unfortunate because like so many of the Alien movies have this like beautiful practical effects and
Yep.
miniatures and people in costumes and such. And this one's like, I think, in early CGI, they go, oh, we can do it with a computer. And it's, we go to Jurassic Park just because they can do it doesn't mean they should do it. And it looks bad.
Yeah.
there's like one with the dog aliens like crawling along the roof or something, and it literally looks so bad. It looks like it's made 10 years before the first movie was made, even though
It really
it's
does.
20 years or whatever.
And I think too, it might be stop motion compositing rather than CGI. I might be wrong. And hey, I know we love it on this podcast. Write in and tell us how wrong we are. You guys love to embrace
love it.
that.
Hey, don't worry. I don't think Alien has a big fandom where people are obsessed with it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
This isn't a peer-reviewed podcast. I'm so glad that you guys don't have episodes where you're like, all right, let's hear from people about how we messed up in that previous episode.
We can't handle that.
Our motto is never apologize.
You guys are
Never
much more
apologize.
wholesome. I love that you guys just have fact quote or question
And
rather
nothing
than
else.
tell us how wrong we are. My fact is the fact that you guys were so wrong in the Alien episode.
God, don't tell them they can do that. At the moment, it's just emails, and we go, okay, thanks.
I got a question for you. Why do you keep doing this podcast?
The fact that they're paid to do that. Hey, we'll take your money.
Why did they come just to boo us?
I went, Michael, what are you doing?
I pay $10,000 an episode for this show. At least you can do is whisper my name a few more times per episode. David Fincher is the director on this one, and this was his first feature.
So that's like 3 iconic directors in a row.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And yet he was, and both of, and everyone like before they blew up, he was directing music videos, as you alluded to before, about having, I'm ready for the occasion when it comes along. He directed Madonna's Express Yourself and Vogue. So of course you'd see that and go, you know what this guy would love? Aliens.
Yes.
He'd be good at chest bursts.
This guy knows black and white. That's Vogue, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, strike a pose.
Yeah.
So Alien 3 was greenlit by the studio because it was considered to be a sure hit, but the studio had already, as I said, set a release date, and Fincher is there going, oh my goodness gracious, how is this going to work? And he hated it. Fincher later stated that the constant studio interference made the film stray so far from his vision that the only way to make a director's cut would be to burn the entire negative and start over.
Wow.
He also admitted that when the 1992 LA riot started to get close to the lab where the film's negatives had been developed and stored, he hoped that the entire building would burn to the ground and the film with it.
Wow. He's like, hey guys, over here. That building there.
Please.
So he was not a fan. The movie got 44% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Out of.
That one review quote says, Alien 3 takes admirable risks with franchise mythology, but far too few pay off in a thinly scripted sequel whose stylish visuals aren't enough to enliven a lack of genuine thrills. Ouch. David Fincher disowned the film, stating in an interview with The Guardian, I had to work on it for 2 years, got fired off it 3 times, and I had to fight for every single thing. No one hated it more than me.
Wow.
Yeah. So like, there'd be a thing as well when people are giving you reviews, it's like being in the comment section of like Apple Podcast reviews. It's like, hey, I hate this too.
Yeah, I get it. I agree with you. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, worst podcast you've ever heard? Well, worst podcast I've ever done. Okay? And I had to hear it in
I
real
was
time.
there. Yeah.
I couldn't.
I lived through it. It was horrific.
I heard the bits we edited out as well.
Yeah.
Okay?
I would never have riffed so much at the top if I knew how long it was going to be. Alien Resurrection tagline. It's been more than 200 years. The beginning has just
Come.
Yeah.
For the first time, you have nailed it. The beginning has just started. I think this tagline is one of the worst ones. It's been more than 200 years. The beginning has just started.
That's too
Cool.
long.
No, too long. That's not a tagline. That's a fucking paragraph.
So we arrive at the first Alien movie that I watched as a kid, or when I rewatched this a week or so ago. We're like, okay, I really did have my eyes closed for most of this movie. I don't remember much of it, and I quite enjoyed this one. It's a bit different. They got a European director on it. Sigourney is back, and we are just focusing on the Ripley movies, and this is the last Ripley movie. 200 years later, she's been cloned by the new corporation. And they've cloned her because she died with a alien embryo in her in the previous movie.
Oh, it's a pretty cool. That's one of the coolest bits I remember from the end of Aliens 3 is she knows she's got an alien in her and that's going to come out and kill everyone. So the only way to get rid of it is...
And she also knows the corporation is coming for it. They're like, we want that embryo. Give me that embryo.
Yeah, they want to get it. So she just jumps into a molten lava thing.
Yeah.
And as she's slow-mo falling, we're watching her fall, it bursts out of her stomach.
Oh.
She dies and then into the lava.
And she holds onto it too to be like, no.
Yeah, whoa. No, you get out.
You're going in the lava too.
And she's just a woman who's had enough. She's like,
oh my God, yeah.
do.
She's like, thank God. A reason to just...
A little break.
Yeah.
Why not? So speaking of, Sigourney Weaver originally refused to do the fourth Alien film. When asked why she changed her mind, she replied, "They basically drove a dump truck full of money to my house."
Wow.
She was paid $11 million, which is the entire budget of Alien. So there you go. There's the answer to the budget of the first movie.
Wow. So it did make heaps of money, but they've... it's made heaps of money for her too.
Imagine having that sort of cachet, I'll do it. And it's the same thing when people ask me, someone's asked me about doing this gig or this corporate or whatever, what should I say? Is do it for as much money as you would want to actually do it. If it sounds like a drag. And obviously Sigourney was like, nothing less than 11 million to get me to be Ripley again.
The money where she's naming it, probably thinking they'll never say yes to this, but if they do, I guess I'll do it. And then they're going, we've got a deal. And she's okay, gotta do it now.
At least
At least I got $11 million.
I thought I named a really stupid number.
Did I say million? I meant billion.
That's what my salesman father built a career on.
This is the thing when someone buys the $10,000 Michael tier, you go, fuck, we should have made it $20,000.
$10,000, that's nothing, really.
To whisper Michael every episode.
That's not going to even put a dent in our expenses.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. They're only going up.
We're living way beyond our means.
It's crazy, Marcel.
I just bought another mansion, Marcel.
I'm sorry, I advocated for it. Director Jean-Pierre Jeunet spoke almost no English at the time of shooting, and the translators had translators on set at all times. So let's get a European director. Let's go in another direction. It's really hard. Not going, also, by the way, do you speak American? Yeah, let's get how annoying would that be to have a director who's being translated the entire time?
Yeah, just for the flow of conversation and interesting.
By the time...
He's yelling, action. Action.
Sorry, what?
What's he saying?
Oh, action. Oh, right.
Oh, okay. In America, we say action.
By the time the special edition DVD was released in 2003, he had learned enough English to record a director's commentary.
What?
Which is, it's great that he was able to, okay. Although Jean-Pierre Jeunet has stated to be proud of the film, he swore off Hollywood after this experience on it. His next movie was Amelie. The whimsical romantic comedy. So quite a different
That's a beautiful
pivot.
movie. Right.
He apparently, for the 25th anniversary, he wrote, he watched a 35mm print of the film, and he was a bit concerned to watch the film. He says, maybe I won't like it. And he says, no, it was great. I have a lot of shots that I love. For the people who don't like it, I can say, fuck you. So
that's great.
He has a beautiful grasp on English.
So he learned enough to say, fuck everybody.
You think it's bad, you're wrong.
H.R. Giger described the designer of the original Alien was pleased with Resurrection, describing it as an excellent film.
And is he still involved, or is he sort of a bit now, based it on my stuff, I'm sure I get a cut of the royalty or whatever.
He was disappointed with not being credited in this film. But
really?
For all the other movies, you will see Alien design, Xenomorph design by H.R. Giger. He is the alien, That's the thing. This one also tanked critically. They said, while Sigourney Weaver's feral performance as a resurrected Ripley, her clone version, she's got superpowers now. She's she's got acid blood. She's also vaguely not Ripley anymore because she's I'm waking up. The world's different. This sort of sucks. She's not. She's a different sort of character. She's not the same Ripley.
But geez. She's 200-something years old now? Exactly. I'm 35. I'm different to how I was at, 25.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
She's
200
let her
years,
grow up.
Of course I'm going to be different.
Yeah.
Hopefully better.
But they say that the acid blood running through the fourth entry's veins corrodes whatever emotional investment audiences had left.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're now going to just rattle off the rest of them now that Ripley's dead. Let's talk about, and like I wish I sort of was tempted to do, you remember that Simpsons episode where they do the We'll Never Stop the Simpsons song? I was tempted to just do the rest of the movies as that, but I ran out of time, so I'll just rattle them up. So then we get Alien vs. Predator. The next time we would see a xenomorph on screen would be Alien vs. Predator in 2004. Ridley Scott does not consider these movies canon, and it would disrupt what he would go on to set up in Prometheus, which came out in 2012, which is a prequel that explores the origins of the xenomorph and that great big skeleton known as the space jockey. The skeleton idea O'Bannon was accused of stealing from Planet of the Vampires.
What do you think of Space Jockey, Jess?
What are you talking about? That's so silly.
Also known as Space Jockey, and this is one of the most terrifying movies of all time.
And it's one of the things that the audience sort of just named it the Space Jockey. They just like, who's that? What's that gigantic skeleton doing? And what's his deal? And that was the thing. It's like, let's explore it.
So Ridley Scott doesn't consider Alien vs. Predator.
Yeah,
canon,
which has
which
has one of the best taglines, which is "Whoever wins, we lose," which is
that's good,
which is great.
But how do I fit "come" into that?
Whoever wins, we come.
Yes. Have you seen those?
Whoever comes, we
they're
lose.
Fun. They're fun. They're very light. The first Alien vs. Predator is set in Antarctica, and
that's right. This is like a deep alien base underneath, or predator base underneath.
Well, let's meet up that pyramid and we'll have a fight.
Did Predator already exist?
Yeah,
So
Predator's
then
80s.
Then it's a crossover. Yeah.
And can I ask, do you remember, and skip ahead if you don't want spoilers, who wins? I can't remember.
The humans win.
What?
That's the thing as well. Like you got to throw the human in there. She blows up the alien queen.
Because then there's
and it's a woman woke. Oh my goodness!
But then there's an Alien vs. Predators 2, isn't there? They fight again.
Yeah, Requiem is what it's called.
That's right.
Which I always hate any of those sort of little things of like rise of the thing of like just call it 2 or something or add an S to it. Aliens versus Predators.
But that's where Fast and the Furious lost me because their naming convention is horrific.
Exactly. The tagline for Prometheus, the search for our beginning, could lead to our
come.
It works every time. So Prometheus, just give a 2-line summary. A team of scientists journey to a distant moon to uncover the origins of humanity, following clues left by ancient civilizations. There, they encounter a deadly threat that challenges their understanding of creation and survival, which takes us to Alien Covenant.
Can I just quick pause? The whole tagline is, this might end everything, but we know that it is a prequel and that there's a sequel set 200 years in the future after. So whatever they find cannot end humanity.
It's always the issue with prequels when you're like, oh, I know that character lives, or I know that this is going to be fine.
Clearly this is going to kill everyone. It can't. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Prometheus' sequel was titled Alien Covenant, which was like a total cop-out. Like, oh, we're going to do Prometheus movies now, and it'll be in the Alien universe, but it's going to tell its own story. And then clearly the studio starts to go, Prometheus didn't make as many millions of dollars as we wanted it to. Hey, can you call it? Let's call it Alien again.
Yeah.
Which just sort of just back yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
You know. So the tagline to this one: "The path to paradise begins in
come." It's kind of true.
What is the actual answer?
The path to paradise begins in hell.
Oh.
Yeah. So a colony ship investigates a mysterious planet only to uncover deadly creatures and a sinister plot by the android dev. So like this is like when it's like, oh, this is starting to feel familiar but sort of samey.
Yeah.
Like they promised they're going to do something different with Prometheus. They did the same thing in a just a slightly remix sort of way. But we also wanted more Alien. We didn't see as much of we want. Like it's just a bit of a mess of having someone go, we're going to do something in the Alien world but not quite. And it didn't really satisfy anyone as a result because every audience member seemed to want different things from it. And so that led to New Blood, and the most recent movie that came out is called Alien Romulus. And guess what tagline they came back around to? In space, no one can hear you scream. Full circle. They went back to the Romulus is set just a few years after the first movie, and it's essentially let's do the horror movie version again, and it is excellent. Like it really got really good reviews, really good director. and it's spooky, it's kooky, it's fun. There's a few too much fan service. There is like an android says at one stage, "Get away from her, you bitch," and it sucks. It's like, why is the android saying that?
And they bring back what's his name?
Oh, Ian Holm. Ian Holm, who is dead. They bring him back and do like a deep fake on his face, and he got the blessing from his family. And it is sort of like, oh wow, like it feels. Yeah, it's a little bit icky, I think,
okay.
to go, we're going to bring back someone from the dead and try and recreate it. It's weird.
Yeah.
But I guess they try and get around about being like, he's a robot. So
do either of you want to give your blessing, like, to keep the podcast going with, like, an AI version of yourself? If you would have an untimely passing?
I guess, like, you guys wouldn't have to put up with as much of my stench.
That's true. Robots don't smell.
And people will be able to hear
AI,
our voices more clearly when we don't have our handkerchiefs placed to our nose to survive your stench as well.
Yeah.
Like we are old-timey detectives getting close to a corpse. And then we go, let me just get my handkerchief here and muffle my voice the entire time.
And I guess, like, when you're not recording, you could just turn it off. You don't have to put up with me. I still say no.
Okay. Yeah. You don't give your blessing?
No.
Dave, do you want to give your blessing to AI, Dave?
I think it's a no from me as well.
To dive. That's I'm putting AI in your name.
Okay,
dive.
that's won me around, actually.
Activate dive.
Dive. I just got to boot up dive before we start recording.
All right, the legacy and looking ahead. Alien has been ranked among the greatest science fiction horror films and has been inducted into the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress. In 2008, it was ranked by the American Film Institute as the 7th best film in the science fiction genre and the 33rd greatest film of all time by Empire.
Wow.
H.R. Giger, he died in 2014, but his work is on permanent display at the H.R. Giger Museum in Switzerland. And he won an Academy Award for his work on the first Alien movie.
That's cool.
The writer of Alien, Dan O'Bannon, he died from complications of Crohn's disease in Los Angeles in 2009. He credited his experience with Crohn's for inspiring the chest-bursting scene from Alien. So lots of different stories of like how these scenes come to. He's like, oh, by the way, it was Crohn's.
Wow. It sounds like he's had a really hard time if that's inspired that. Wow.
And just as a little aside, decades later, O'Bannon would admit, I stole the giant skeleton idea from Planet of the Vampires.
Wow.
Yeah.
He said, it's so funny that he's crediting everything else, being like, yeah, watched that as a kid, loved that. Oh, never saw that.
Never saw that, no.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I stole that
Planet of the
too.
Vampires.
Which is fine. A guy that openly admits, I stole everything.
A television prequel written by Noah Hawley, who's an excellent writer and director, is going to and produced by Ridley Scott. Alien Earth is going to premiere on FX on Disney Plus in 2025. So that's coming up in August.
Nice.
And finally they're on Earth. Have they just dug out that old trailer
Yeah,
and said we
interestingly
weren't
as
lying?
well. Apparently, it's set before or like during the first Alien movie, like around that time. So it's like, oh, interesting. How are the xenomorphs already on the planet when we're sort of led to believe that might be, so I think it's going to be good. And Noah's an excellent, first name basis.
Yeah.
He's an excellent writer and always very inventive with what he makes. I think he did Legion, which is an X-Men prequel that, very few people saw but absolutely loved. He might be the Fargo guy.
Ah, okay.
But I might be wrong. Look that up. Also, as you've been alluding to, Jess, a fun bit of trivia that I saw in a review on Letterboxd. The 4 Ripley Alien movies take place over 257 years, and Ripley is conscious for about 13 days of it. So, and that's also clone Ripley as well.
And what a waking nightmare for her. Every time she's like, finally, some peace. I saved the cat. I saved the kid.
Every time she frees herself, she's probably hoping, like, I hope I wake up on a beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with a coconut in her hand.
And every time she wakes up and it's like a thing going beep, 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 beep,
and
beep.
it's somebody like shaking her, like, we need you. She's like, fuck's sake.
Yeah. It's being a mum. It's being a parent,
Right?
They just have a break.
Yeah.
Finally drifted off.
Ask Dad.
Yeah. Get a band in there.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, when I said I didn't make time to write a parody song that wrapped it all up?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I lied. So this is We Will Never Stop the Simpsons version, which is already a parody of We Didn't Start the Fire.
Sure.
But, here we go. Nostromo, all crew killed, bunch of acid, blood is spilled, wake up, this time it's war, by which I mean this time there's more, day saved, back to bed, wake up, Newt is dead, Ripley's melted, then she's cloned, when will they leave her alone? They'll never stop the aliens, have no fears, they got stories for years, like another beheaded robot, maybe fight the predator in the Arctic, or how about another prequel and another hybrid, do. Have no fears, they got stories for years. And that's my report.
Woo! I mean, you really raised the bar for the next guest report giver there.
Yeah. Oh, we start with the question, we end with the song. You know that, right?
Tie it all together, right?
Well, I got to top myself, you know what I mean?
No,
I've loved to be a guest on this podcast. I love being invited back. You know, I'm like, I got to make sure, you know, keep it fresh.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're like, we're over him.
Because I've been lucky enough as well to have listeners to this podcast come to my shows and say hi to me at comedy festival and stuff. Oh, I love your work. Oh, I heard you on Go One. And every now and then they'll be like, oh, like, so on Roadshow, someone who wanted to get a picture with Matt was like, oh, you think I can meet Matt? You've been on the podcast as well, like sort of vaguely, but like, and like, oh, how do I, all right, now that I have a song to go, I know you.
Oh, you're the guy who sang at the end.
You're the guy who sang at the end.
And you go, yeah, that was me. And they'll go, that was weird.
We don't like that.
I didn't like it. Yeah, I emailed them. I said, edit that out.
Is it too late to output notes for future edits?
They put it out as a clip and I unfollowed them. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, roadshow audiences can be brutal sometimes.
No, he was extremely nice, but I just, you know, it's that thing of
well, one told me I was pretty funny for a girl, so you know, and that Dave Callan was pretty funny for an Irish.
Wow.
So the person kept it going. They realized, oh, I shouldn't have said that, and then they went, oh no, I said that about everyone. You're funny for a girl. Yeah. You're funny for a person with glasses. Yeah. You're funny for a person standing in the corner.
Yep.
That's just a thing that I say.
Well, I have to go. And then got in the car and just looked at themselves in the rearview mirror and said, what the fuck was that?
They drove out of town and never came back.
For a girl?
What did you do?
She's a woman. Yeah. Can I go back and say I meant for a woman?
That's what he yelling.
I meant for a woman.
Fixed it. Now I can go home and go to sleep.
I meant sort of funny for a woman.
Sort of funny for a woman? Yeah. That's, you know.
The bar's lower, obviously.
It was amusing. Yeah, they can't get over them. They're so little. So weak. Marcel, thank you so much for that. I'm stoked because now I get the universe without having to watch it because I don't want to watch it.
I'm glad because also, man, as I said, there's so much alien stuff. There's like books and comics and video games, and there will be like alien fans listening. Oh, you should have mentioned this, and I'm like to you, I'm like, man, this would be its own series of podcast episodes if you wanted to cover all of the things.
For sure. With the amount of spin-offs and all that sort of stuff, and the lore, and also the bits that discount the other bits, which mean, hey, that's not canon anymore. This is canon.
This is exhausting, and that's why I don't really care for the prequels that much. I'm excited to see this new one. I think that'll be fun.
I didn't know it was coming out. I'm excited. I'll watch that for sure.
The series?
But I'm also, now that I've done this report, I'm like, don't fucking even say the word alien around me. I've sort of consumed everything.
Yeah. You need a break. I got there, I think, with like a lot of the Marvel stuff when it was like I don't recognize that character because they're from a TV series I haven't watched yet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You get a bit of fatigue.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I did like the Thunderbolts, though.
That made me go, okay, this feels like Avengers again.
Yeah.
That was fun.
All right, I mean, obviously, little Sizzle don't want to hold you to it, but you've done Mission Impossible. You've done Indiana Jones. You've done Aliens. Is there any other franchises that you hold close to your heart?
I've been pondering. This is the thing. I love Jurassic Park.
Yes.
And I think it would be sort of similar. Would be like, all right, focus on like the iconic parts. And then talk about how shitty the rest of them are. Goodness gracious. But Jurassic Park is up there.
I do a really good impression of Chris Pratt in Jurassic World.
To Goose when you're training him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hold out your hands like he does to the raptors.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Can we hear it? Can we please?
Oh, it's not. It's a visual thing.
It's a visual. All right. Can we see it?
Yeah, but I'm now realizing I've said it and it's probably only really funny to Aiden. It makes Aiden laugh so hard because he just does this 15 times a film.
Oh, very good. That's a good action movie sort of
slow turn.
Yeah, what do they call that? They have a good word for it in the Jumanji Dwayne Rock movies. Smolder.
Yeah. It's like the eyebrows up. He's like, what's going on? It's that. He does it.
Most of movie acting is just that, I think.
Smoldering.
Being able to just have that up your sleeve.
Looks like a bit in a movie.
Yeah,
you should do it.
I think you'd be great in a movie.
All right, well, I'm going to go.
You're not 40 yet.
Not yet. But I am, in my mid-30s, which means I should be going for roles as 60-year-old women.
Yeah, exactly. But
I can play mums.
Then you're stealing roles away from them.
No, but they're playing 90-year-old women.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, that's how it works. But then 80-year-old men are playing 40. That's how it works. George Clooney's still like a heartthrob, and you're like, how? Anyway.
Well,
I got upset about George Clooney. How?
It's not fair.
Why can't I be a heartthrob?
Marcel, thank you so much for joining us and regaling us with the tale. It's made me excited to watch a bit more Alien. I'm going to check out the one that I haven't seen and then watch the TV series. Thank you very much. But
then my work here is done, and I'm turning into glowing dust, and I'm fading out into the atmosphere.
No, come back. You need to tell us about your stuff, your Comedy Writers Group.
Yes, you got to check this out. So I have a podcast called the Comedy Writers Group Podcast, but it's also a community for comedians, comedy writers, beginners, intermediates, the rest. We've got people who are working on their first 5 minutes, people who are working on their next festival show, people who are working on sketches and things, and it's all, as I say, very wholesome and lovely, and love the podcast. And like, the podcast is all about getting into the behind the scenes. How does this work? Asking the practical questions so people who listen to it can go, oh yeah, it's all being demystified and made a lot more approachable, because stand up and the like can be a lonely business.
Yeah.
And
it can be hard to know like how to get started and what to do and what the process is.
I've been on there. Jess, have you been on the Comedy Writers Group? So you got to get some wisdom from two of the best.
And Matt has been on, and he hates his episode, and he's glad it's one of the paywalled episodes. Like, thank God.
Why did he hate it? Just because he found it hard to be honest and
because
funny.
It was one of the episodes we were working on jokes, and he just didn't like what he came up with so it's his fault. No, it's a good episode, but I think he just went like, oh, it's not my day. I'm not bringing it. So I'm going to give him a redemption episode in the future.
He doesn't deserve it. Until he does something cute, like,
do you think he'd be listening to
this?
Get a
mocker. Oh, no.
Okay.
Do you think you call the episode Matt Stewart's with a $?
Yeah, but I have to find a second Matt Stewart. This time there's more.
This time there's more.
So you can check out the Comedy Writers Group. Anything else? If you got any gigs coming up you'd like people to come to?
Yeah, find me Marcel the Comedian on Instagram. I have monthly shows called Marcel and Friends at the Improv Conspiracy. There'll be an August show, which I think will probably be time for this. So come and check that out. It's a delightful show where I get a bunch of talented improvisers and a few sort of celeb faces that you've seen on podcasts and internet things and maybe the telly, and just an excuse to go, you guys want to come play with me?
You guys want to come have some fun?
And the show's really fun. Like, I feel like I'm getting away with something when I do shows like that. I'm like, I can't believe that I can, number one, ask people to just come and do a thing for fun. People who are extremely talented and great. And then people want to pay money for it. And people will watch an hour show of people goofing around and go, oh, that was really funny. And go, really? Wow, okay.
You
sweet.
liked it? You like me?
Because it is like really like inner child sort of stuff. Like, you are asking grown adults to go, do you want to come play with me? And then asking people to come watch you, like, kid in the lounge room style of. And
we're putting on a show.
Yeah, we're putting on a little show. So, and it's delightful and fun, and people should come see it and say, I'm here because you do go on. Excuse me.
Every time I've been to one of your shows, you've ended up doing that voice.
Well, sometimes this guy as well. There's shades of grey. Yes. So somebody, there's a guy from New York, but he could also be this guy, I'm walking here.
He's new. I haven't seen him before.
Yeah. Oh, we like him.
Yeah.
So I got range. As well. There's this guy. I'm a Hollywood producer. And I'm a sort of a goofy dude. What's going on over here?
It's really beautiful to watch.
Yeah. And then sometimes I'm British.
Yeah. What's that sound like?
Oh, I'm sorry. I must be going. I'm an orphan. Oh, that sort of.
Yeah.
Where am I? Who's this guy? Oh, yeah, all right. I'm finding a character in the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, Marcel's used. I'm channeling Marcel right now. I'm not a character. I'm a ghost that haunts. What's this new studio? Humdinger Studios. I've got unfinished business. I've got to do another 4-hour podcast.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the doors are locked.
No.
I'm going to talk about a franchise from my time. The Train Arrives at a Station, a series of films. You've got a train arrives at the station.
Yeah.
You've got the trains arrive at the stations.
This time there's more train.
You've got a train that leaves the station. That one's a sad one. But then you've got the return of the train arrived at the station. Oh, I'm beginning to vanish. I'm turning into bright light. My business is complete.
Wow. That was beautiful.
Guys, what happened?
Oh, hey, Marcel.
How long is
Are you
it?
ready to start the podcast?
You bet I am.
You just kind of...
Why am I crying?
You just sort of sat there staring at the wall and drooling for about 2 hours. We thought it would be rude to disturb you.
That's your policy here?
Yeah,
Not to intervene?
We're very polite.
This is sort of a Star
I
Trek
checked
thing?
your pulse.
or
You were fine.
like whether there's documentary crews that can't interfere with the animals. You're like, well, if that lion's getting killed by that gazelle,
That's
we
nature,
can't-
baby.
We can't do anything about it.
That's nature.
Are we rolling on this?
This is crazy. Nature's wild. Anyway, thank you, Marcel.
Thank you, Marcel.
A pleasure.
And as we say goodbye to Marcel, we say hello to you, our wonderful listeners who have been here the whole time.
That's right. But we're breaking the fourth wall now.
In the fourth wall. We haven't been talking to you this whole time. No, what we're going to do now is everyone's favourite section of the show, where we bask. We spend a little bit of time talking about you, celebrating you, our fantastic listeners and supporters, particularly people who support us on Patreon. Dave, do you want to explain what this section is?
Well, this is, like you said, it's a bit of time to thank some people and also get people to contribute to the show, because if you sign up to support the show at Patreon, you're not only keeping us going, you're also keeping yourself going with stuff to do. For example, listen to bonus episodes. We put out one nearly every single week, do 4 a month these days. And there's over 260 in the back catalogue that you can unlock instantly. So you can go back and listen to the old ones as well, going back nearly 9 years.
Crazy.
So, and you can also hear about live shows before anyone else, get discount codes, get ad-free listening. You can be part of the Facebook group, beautiful part of the internet. You get to vote for topics.
Yep.
Tell us what you want the show to be about.
It's crazy.
And also submit facts, quotes, or questions to a section that actually has a little jingle. And it might go something like this.
Fact, quote, or question.
Dong!
Dong. Yes. I always remember the song. He always remembers the dong. That's right. It's called Fact, Quote, or Question. People get to submit facts, quotes, questions, brags, suggestions, recipes, a gentle feedback, games. We've had a bit of everything. It can be anything you want. This is your time.
This is your time to shine.
You also get to give yourself a title. Our first fact, quote, or question comes from Jordan. Jordan's given themselves the title, Just a Little Guy.
Just a little guy.
Which I like.
Just a little guy.
And
I like it.
You like it?
It really appealed to me.
And Jordan has given us a question. Question is, what's the longest you've worked without a day off?
Oh.
Which is such a good question. And fuck's sake, I keep taking my computer off loud to show you funny videos on the internet, and then I get a text. What we like is when people answer their own questions. Jordan has done so if you want some thinking time. For me personally, as myself, I've hit 28 with no days off, then a Saturday off, and then another week. If you're wondering, this is not legal, but my work is quite niche, so we get emergency jobs sometimes. Interesting.
Wow, I'm so intrigued as to what it is.
Yeah, emergency. It's like quite niche. Wow.
Yeah.
28 days with no day off, then 1 day off, then another week. No, I'd fall apart.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever even done more than the week, because for a while there I was working about 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And then having Saturdays off. But I'm not sure I've ever had a stretch where I was doing day after day after day. I mean, I guess when we're on tour, we're technically at work all the time.
Are we?
No, but it's really fun.
Because we're often watching movies in our pajamas as well.
Yeah, but then we do a podcast about the movie.
That's right. It's
Our
work.
job is really hard.
Our job is very difficult, and I tell my police officer best friend that all the time.
It was really hard. We were in Berlin and we were playing Wii tennis for about 4 hours a day.
It was really tough. I was jet lagged. And I had to work for an hour that night at a show, and it was really hard.
It was really hard.
What do you mean you found another body? Yeah, I think in retail and probably actually in radio as well at times, because I was working weekends, if you then had to fill in through the week, often you would do the weekend and then the week. So I've probably done 6, 7. I would say I have a feeling I've maybe done 10 days in a row, but possibly definitely not 28. That's crazy.
Yeah,
and
that's
10's
great.
not legal either, but
No.
you know. A Christmas rush in retail, it's important. You know, we also have emergency stuff like people need underwear. It's very important.
Back when I was doing trivia, I mean, it's not days. It's like this is only a few days in a row. But I remember once it got really, really busy, and a lot of the other hosts were away. So I did something like 12 trivia gigs in 3 days or something.
Whoa!
I don't know. That's just a lot of.
That's a lot.
Setting up, driving to a place, doing a thing, packing up, driving to another one.
And see, like, I guess the difference as well is the amount of hours you're working. It's still mentally draining to work, say, like 10 days in a row, but you're only doing a couple hours each night if you're doing a tour or if you're doing trivia or something like that. If you're doing really long days and 28 in a row, that's crazy. You know, you're basically not living at that point.
Yeah, I've got to say, you probably win this one.
Yeah, I think you win. And that might have been what Jordan was going for. And I respect it.
And good luck in your niche industry.
Yeah, niche.
I'm thinking some sort of like he's, I don't know, like.
I'm thinking a trade.
Yeah, I'm thinking like fixing something.
Yeah,
like, you know, like a cooling system in a hospital's broken down or something, and you've got to do 28 days in a row to get it back online.
Imagine if you just nailed that with your first guess.
That's my
Jordan,
gut.
let us know.
Let us know.
Exciting. Next up, we have Piper Gallagher. Piper has given themselves the title, "It's been 30 years. It's time to stop jumping and accept that the Venga bus is never coming." Wow. Ooh. And Piper's given a quote and suggestion. Cheeky. Their words, not mine. Okay. Here it is. Oh, it's a little long. Here we go. What are you?
I'm looking up because
he's immediately started tippy-tappy typing.
Just because, so Tony Martin, he's the band.
We don't need Matt here for...
Well, Damien Cowell, his Disco Machine. Damien Cowell was one of the guys from TISM, and he often performs with Tony Martin, the great comedian.
Yes.
And they've got a song called "Where the Fuck's the Venga Bus," which I'm just looking up. You can listen to on Spotify.
That's very good.
And it absolutely goes off live, and it features Tony Martin yelling, "Where the fuck's the Venga Bus?" Very good stuff. Look it up. I saw him live with Matt a couple of years ago. Man, their shows are so fun. And I believe their other band, the Arseless Chaps, currently on an Australian tour.
Yes. Okay, Piper's quote and suggestion here. "We all know John Green for his teen romance novels, such as The Fault in Our Stars and Looking for Alaska, and his brother Hank's massive contribution to online communities, online education, and online philanthropy as we know them today. But you may not know about his non-fiction book based on his podcast, The Anthropocene Reviewed, Essays on a Human-Centered Planet. The idea behind the project is to review a random aspect of human life on a 5-star scale. Anything from Diet Dr. Pepper to Super Mario Kart to sycamore trees to the Jimmy Stewart film Harvey in unreasonably deep, eloquent, and touching ways." The quote I've selected is from his review of Whispering.
I like the concept of whispering.
I'm really excited by this because I do like John Green and Hank Green. I like the Greens. Okay, here's the quote. "These days when my kids whisper to me, it's usually to share a worry they find embarrassing or frightening. It takes courage even to whisper those fears, and I'm so grateful when they trust me with them, even if I don't know quite how to answer. I want to say you don't have any cause for concern, but they do have cause for concern. I want to say there's nothing to be scared about, but there's plenty to be scared about. When I was a kid, I thought being a parent meant knowing what to say and how to say it, but I have no idea what to say or how to say it. All I can do is shut up and listen. Otherwise, you miss all the good stuff. I give Whispering 4 stars. Sorry for the long-winded FQQ, but I wanted to share a side of a man a lot of people know very little about." That's really nice.
That is nice.
I like that a lot. I like the idea of reviewing things.
Yes, totally.
That's very funny. And very sweet. Thank you, Piper. Okay, finally for Fat Quota Question this week, we have Connor B. Connor B has given themselves the title Chief Coordinator Officer for the Deployment of Seagulls that Hover Around Picnic Tables Looking to Take Your Chips. Wow. That's scary. And Connor has given us a joke. A joke for the nature lovers of the podcast. What did the horny frog say?
Oh, something about around ribbit, fuck it.
Rub it.
Robert. Okay, that's good.
A joke for the classics lovers of the podcast. Why doesn't Oedipus use foul language? He kisses his mother with that mouth. Something in there for everybody. The nature lovers and the nerds.
That's great.
Dave got it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Piper. Thank you, Jordan. The next thing we like to do is give some shout outs to people who support us over on Patreon. They get a little shout out here, and we usually play a bit of a game. Now, the topic was Alien and the Alien franchise.
And the Alien franchise, that's right. And I actually, before we move on, we have to issue a correction.
Oh, my God.
In this very episode.
Yes.
So we recorded this one actually last week when Marcel was here. And that night, and it was a great report, by the way. I absolutely loved it. I'm a big Alien fan, like I said. He messaged the group, maybe even that afternoon, saying, oh, no, I got it wrong.
Yeah.
Master of the House, that's the song. That's not from Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah.
That's from Les Mis. And I'm sure that there's been a few musical fans that has annoyed.
I honestly thought, I haven't seen Fiddler on the Roof. Why would I know a song from it?
There you go. So he wanted us, and I said, relax, we haven't done the Patreon bit yet. There's still time to correct this before the tweets, before the emails, before the messages.
So if you've tweeted, if you've emailed, if you've put it in the Patreon, go delete it. Or if you really have to leave it in the Patreon Facebook group, comment below and say, okay, I've just got up to the bit where they've corrected themselves and I apologise.
And we accept.
We accept your apology.
Hopefully you accept our apology for being wrong.
Never doubt us again.
It was just a joke.
So we were kidding. It's a bit.
Obviously that's not Fiddler on the Roof. We know that.
We know that.
We know musicals.
We love musicals. I couldn't see myself just then, but I think if I could, I would have enjoyed the shape my face just made.
We love music.
I think that was really fun.
Yeah.
I think you got to enjoy that.
I did. I'm the only one in the world who got to enjoy that.
That's lucky. Cameras are not rolling. Okay, so I am a little stuck for a game on this one because although I listened intently to the plot and summaries of the Alien franchise, I'm still not very familiar with it.
What about I bring up a list of Alien franchise characters?
Okay. We give him a character.
Yeah, I've got the wiki page for a list of Alien characters.
Fantastic. I'll read the names. You can give him a character.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready? Because I feel like I've lost you again into a Wikipedia
No, I'm getting the list ready.
Okay,
Sorry,
I'm just checking. Just checking.
Okay, here we go. Ready.
All right, he's ready. So first up, from Denver, Colorado, it's Chris Herr.
Chris Herr, aka from the Aliens 1986 film, Private Spunkmeyer.
Oh, yeah, that's good. You've started strong.
Yeah, that was the best one.
From, address unknown. We can only assume deep within the Fortress of the Moles. It's Alistair Webster.
From the original movie, we've got Gilbert Kane.
Gilbert Kane. That's a good one. Alistair Webster's a great name too. There's a lot of
I love that.
Alistair Webster.
I could have swapped those around and I would have been like, yeah, Alistair Webster was in the Aliens movie.
Yeah. Next up from Muncie, Indiana, the favourite place of Jerry from Parks and Rec. Jerry Gergich. It's his favourite place. He loves to holiday there. It's Elizabeth Pike.
Elizabeth Pike. Okay. Introduced in Alien 3, we're looking for Walter Golick. Possibly Walter Golick, but...
Let's say Golick.
Let's say Golick.
Thank you, Walter, a.k.a. Elizabeth. From New York, New York, it's MJ.
MJ? Okay, well, from New York, MJ, a.k.a. Vincent DiStefano.
Ooh, DiStefano.
Yeah, I reckon that's what they're saying.
That's
Vincent
nice.
DiStefano.
Vinny DiStefano. That's good stuff. From Chicago, Illinois, it's Jennifer E. Burgess.
Jennifer E. Burgess, a.k.a. from Prometheus, Meredith Vickers.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one too. God, some great names. Maybe I'll watch this movie that I'm sure will terrify me. Also from the unknown, deep within the Fortress of the Moles, we have Paige Elwood.
Paige Elwood, a.k.a. from Alien Covenant, it is Kareen Oram.
Wow. That's
pretty good.
Very good.
Biologist. There you go.
Important. From Helsinki in Finland, we have Nettie.
From Alien Romulus, we're looking at Bjorn.
Bjorn. Oh, we've gone from Helsinki to Knoxfield in Melbourne and Shazza.
Shazza, a.k.a. Jones.
Jones, an important role,
Nicknamed Jonesy.
of course. And finally,
Oh, that's the cat.
Oh,
That's right. That's the cat.
that's cute. Finally, from Watson in the ACT in Australia, it's Kate Ritchie. Kate Ritchie.
Kate Ritchie? Oh, my goodness. AKA David 8.
Oh, what did he eat?
Jonesy.
Bit of
the
fun.
cat.
What?
Bit of fun, no.
No, that's
David
fucked
8,
up.
Played by Michael Fassbender.
Oh, very good.
Oh, it's the 8th in a line of David models.
Oh, I see.
Fun to name a robot David.
David's pretty funny. I think David's a really good name for a dog.
Yes. Or a cat.
Yeah.
David.
Thank you so much to Kate, Shazza, Nettie, Paige, Jennifer, MJ, Elizabeth, Alistair, and Chris. Finally,
Chris. I love you, Chrissy. Or Michael.
The final thing to do. Was that on this episode?
I think it was on this episode.
Michael. The final thing that we need to do is welcome 3 people into the Trip Ditch Club. Now, the Trip Ditch Club is for people who have supported us on the shout-out level or above for 3 consecutive years. We welcome them in. Once you're in, you can't leave. But why would you want to? We have everything you could possibly need. We've got a bar. We've got Dave books a band. There's games. There's like an arcade out the back. We've got a pretty good collection of air hockey tables. We've got toilets. We've just renovated the toilets because somebody destroyed them.
Stop looking at me. It wasn't me.
Stop looking. But so we've got nice brand new toilets. It's like walking into a spa in there. It's so nice.
Wow. No, not for long.
There's a lot of essential oils burning in there at all times because Dave, unfortunately, will not stop destroying toilets. He will not stop.
There's nothing illegal about what I'm doing. It's natural. Everyone does it.
Nobody said it's illegal, but ethically it is.
It's not ethical. It's not ethical to the cleaner.
It's not morally ethical, and honestly, medically, I'm concerned for you.
That's great.
So we are going to be welcoming in 3 inductees. Dave, have you booked a band this week?
Oh my gosh, you're never going to believe it because I didn't know what this topic was going to be. Of course, love Alien, but I didn't know that's what Marcel was going to talk about.
Of course.
And I've just checked the emails. You know who's just confirmed?
What?
It's Alien Ant Farm.
No.
Smooth Criminal.
What?
Can you believe it?
I can't.
I'm just looking at their top 10 played songs on Alien Ant on Spotify. That is Alien Ant Farm. Number 1 is their Smooth Criminal cover. Then there's Smooth Criminal re-recorded.
Yes.
And also Smooth Criminal re-recorded. So good.
They were really determined not to be a one-hit wonder. So they've done the one hit 3 times.
Yeah, that's right. Well, actually, a 3-hit wonder.
Okay.
Well, the second and third time it wasn't a hit.
I
But
bet
still.
you feel pretty silly. Okay, are you ready for me to welcome some people in?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Have you just looked at the first name?
Yeah.
Okay, great. First up, from Kennybunk in, what's ME?
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, I could look this up. I don't know why I've made you do it, but you started, so.
All right.
ME.
It's Maine.
Ah, Kennybunk in Maine.
Confusing.
It's Sir Gerthalot.
Bow down, Sir Gerthalot. Bow down.
Ah, my lord.
My lord. What do you need a hand with that thing, sir?
From Milton Keynes in Great Britain, it's Richie Bolton.
I feel Richie rich when Richie Bolton's in town.
Oh, and also from Maine, this time from Winterport,
Really?
it's Amy Clark.
Amy Clark brings that certain Amy Spark.
Oh, welcome in. That was nice. Well done. Amy, Richie, Sir Gerthalot. Please take a seat, head to the bar. Plenty of drinks available to you. And Alien Ant Farm will be starting in about 25 minutes.
So we're going to be opening with Smooth Criminal and closing with Smooth Criminal re-recorded.
as we have all requested. Well, that brings us to the end then, Dave. Is there anything else that we need to tell people? Have I forgotten anything?
Just if they want to drop us a line. We got an email.
DugoOnPod@gmail.
That's right. We've also got Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
And an unupdated Twitter account, which is @DugoOnPod. But if you want to get onto our TikTok, Jess, what's the address for that one?
That's Do Go On Podcast.
Nice. Look us up. But apart from that, that's pretty much it.
Yep, that's it. So tune in next week, I guess.
Hey, I reckon you should. It'll be a great one.
It'll be really fun.
We've actually already recorded it, so I can guarantee you it's a fun time.
Is it?
Yeah, you did the report and it's awesome.
Oh, yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, had me on tenterhooks.
Ooh.
If I'm saying that correctly.
Exciting.
Never know.
Stay tuned for that next week. And I guess, well, I was going to wrap it up, but that's your job.
we will be back next week. But until then, thank you so much for listening and goodbye.
Bye.
Ready to elevate your everyday? Quince has the luxe staples insiders swear by, minus the markup. From 100% European linen styles and 14-karat gold jewelry to gorgeous leather bags and elevated home finds, Quince has it all. And by partnering directly with top artisans and ethical factories, Quince delivers premium quality at half the cost of similar brands. Discover everyday luxury without the markup at Quince. Go to quince.com/style upgrade for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/style upgrade.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
Hi, I'm Debbie Millman, and I host a podcast called Design Matters from the TED Audio Collective. Every episode, I have conversations with designers, writers, artists, and other luminaries of contemporary thought. People like Roman Mars, Ai Weiwei, Ethan Hawke, and Ashley Ford. We not only talk about their crafts, but how they design the arc of their lives, what they've learned, what obstacles they've overcome and how they've done it, and how they see the world. Join us for an inquiry into the broader world of creative culture. Find and follow Design Matters with Debbie Millman wherever you're listening to this.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.
Don't forget to sign up to our tour mailing list so we know where in the world you are and we can come and tell you when we're coming there.
Wherever we go, we always hear 6 months later, oh, you should come to Manchester. We were just in Manchester.
We were just there, but this way you'll never miss out. And don't forget to sign up, go to our Instagram, click our link tree. Very, very easy.
It means we know to come to you, and you'll also know that we're coming to you.
Yeah, we'll come to you, you come to us. Very good.
And we give you a spam-free guarantee.